Indeed we are. Welcome into Gwynn and Chris. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, and the Mark, Matthew Skraby, here on this Tuesday afternoon. Everybody feeling pretty good, I assume. Padres take a 1-0 victory on what was a fantastic pitcher's duel between Michael King and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and it was a lot of fun to watch. If you got a chance to be here in the stadium, it was legit. If you got to watch it on television, you also were entertained. It was a very classic baseball game, and it was clean. The Padres benefited in probably the one big play of the game outside of the homer was the ball thrown away from who was pitching at that point? Was that
King was still on the mound, and
King was on
I think
the
that
mound.
was Duran who picked up the ball.
That's right.
And flung it down the line. But I give a lot of credit to the guy that hasn't hit a home run this year, because Fernando Tatis Jr. was right there backing up that play. And even though it bounced off the wall, I think the fact that he was there, the third base coach, Dino Abell, he didn't know Fernando was going to, scuffle picking up the ball. He just knew that Fernando was there. And so he had to stop the runner. And, Fernando's that's just a good hustle play. I mean, I know that everybody's supposed to back up first base, but you don't see everybody do it like that. So
it was his effort at the ball that stopped that made Dino kind of reevaluate, sending him at that point. And so
because Kim was coming around like he was going to score for sure. And it was Fernando's hustle that saved that play. There's no question. Agreed 100%.
So the Padres take game one. They'll be tasked here again against, I think Sheehan's going for the Dodgers. The Padres would love to get a second win in a row here, no doubt. I expect it to be very much, you know what, there could be a few more runs to be had depending on
I think it'll be more than last night. I'm gonna bet the over compared to last night's score.
I think that's fair.
Is that safe? Is that safe?
Last night.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that Tony, but the last time the Padres beat the Dodgers by a score of 1-0 was 2008. So it'd been a long time since they'd won a 1-0 game over the Dodgers. We're talking 18 years since we came out on the top of a 1-0 score. But the thing that made it great was not the pitching, but the opportunities that the Padres were able to snuff out in the 6th inning, and again in the 7th inning, and again in the 8th inning, and then one last time in the 9th inning. The Dodgers did not go quietly, yet every time they threatened, the Padres had the answer. And it took, the hustle of Fernando. It took, I thought, a great play that probably won't get noticed by Bogarts, getting over there on that hard ground ball by Betts. That ball was slammed toward the hole. That ties the game, but he gets on 2 knees, knocks it down, gets the lead runner at first, got them out of the 8th inning. And Sheets made just an unbelievable diving play there in the 6th inning to keep runners from first and third. And Duran throws out a base runner that also short-circuited a rally late in the ball game. Two of them, one earlier, but one later. So all of those plays needed to be made. And guess what? They were made, and we've talked about this at least 1,000 times. Right? The Padres had an error last night. It was on that one throw by Duran, but they made the plays. And that wins the games. And more often than not, especially when you're playing playoff-style baseball like that.
That's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
And, I think a lot of the games last year went this way, but they went the Dodgers' way in part because we were on the other side of that. And so it was nice to see them go out and make plays like that and against a really good pitcher. I mean, Yamamoto had thrown the ball like that. Talking to some of the folks who've been watching him on the Dodgers side, this was kind of vintage outside of the one mistake he made with the hanging split. Outside of that, he was really good. But Michael King matched him, went toe-to-toe with him last night. I thought that was easily Michael's best performance, certainly his best performance against a lineup that potent. He was very impressive. It was the first time I thought he had that sinker going, where he was commanding it off the front hip on lefties, and even seen him throw it. You all right, Skraby?
Can you not hear that?
Sounds like a little wind or something there.
Sounds
maybe?
like a lot of wind.
Okay, well,
You guys can't hear.
you.
Tony can't hear that. Okay,
I hear it.
Okay, it's in studio then.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I hear it too, but I don't know what.
Are you breathing into the mic too loud, Chris?
Okay, I'm going to get blamed for the sound of wind.
Well, you are breathing, so
I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad I'm breathing. Would you care for the alternative? I could stop breathing if you would like.
You don't want me to answer that. Just go ahead. I'm going to try to figure this out in case it happens again.
I think you're the only one that can hear it.
Anyway, my point was that Michael had everything going in last night's game.
I thought the one thing that really caught my eye, and I'm just looking at this here. I don't have you probably have it in your book there, Tony, but how many called strike threes did he have in the ball game? He had 23 called strikes in all. So that means of the 65 pitches he threw for strikes, more than a third of them the Dodgers didn't even swing at. And we're talking. But I'm talking about called strike
Michael.
3, the backward K. Yeah, Michael King. I just thought he had them tied up. His location was absolutely perfect to the point where, at least on 2 or 3 occasions, he threw the last pitch of the inning and started walking off the mound before the ball even got to home plate. Pretty much, like it was right on the corner. Nobody was swinging at it, and he was in the dugout already. So. Yeah, it was command. It was a command performance, and you're right. Yamamoto was great on the other side, but hey, and I always think when you got a 1-0 game like that, it's a lot different pitching than with a 4-0 game, right? Where you can make a mistake. You got to be on the edges the entire night, and he was, and he's the star of that one. Brilliant performance all the way around. So
yeah, Michael was definitely on it. They made some nice defensive plays. You highlighted Gavin, Duran throwing out 2 runners, 1 late. Even Jackson going deep into the night over there in left center to flag down that ball and then keep the runner later on from tagging up and going to third. So a lot of good things yesterday.
I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
That I think was better than all of everything we've talked about.
Can I guess?
Yep.
ABS challenge in the 9th.
The ADS challenge in the 9th inning was unbelievable. I can't in my mind grasp how differently the game may have played out if Duran did not challenge that pitch.
Dave Roberts said so.
It goes to 2-0, and now you got to throw a cookie to Will Smith, who hits cookies into the seats. And if you don't, you might walk him, and now the bases are loaded. Miller was obviously struggling. He was overthrowing. We all know what was happening. And Duran challenged that pitch, and he got the call. I didn't even think it was necessarily a pitch to challenge. It was on the inside. I didn't know that he was going to win the challenge until he won it. But I thought that just changed the whole dynamic of the 9th inning. And I guess if Dave Roberts agrees with me, then I must be onto something. So I can't say enough about Duran. He challenged 3 pitches in the game. He got them all right. And we haven't been seeing that this year in that department. But I can't believe an ABS challenge in my mind kind of won a game, but that was huge.
Yeah. That's why we have it. So glad that it works properly.
Well, that's why we have it, right, Tony, but it only is helpful if you use it right. And I mean, that was just master time to use it.
I can't think of a better time to use it. I think that's why we don't see anybody challenging earlier, so that they have them later on in the game. And so
that's
Rodolfo was on it. He was on it all night. There was some earlier that Jesse and I were talking about. I mean, he could have challenged multiple pitches early. It probably been right, but he chose not to. He saved them for where he needed them.
He has an extra experience with the ABS too, because he's been in the minor leagues.
I think that's part of it. A lot of people say, "Well, boy, that was a great call by an inexperienced catcher."
Oh,
but in a lot of ways, he's actually more experienced because he's been in the minors using that system for a long time. But I just thought that was huge. You could, I don't know, with Mason Miller, you'd ask him about it today, but going to a 1-1 count changed everything to me. And he got out of that inning. And I mean, Mason Miller, isn't it even better almost when he starts the inning like that you can realize that, you know what, he can still get it back together and win the ball game. I was thinking they better get Montehone up. They better get somebody up behind him here because he's not going to be able to find the strike zone. And he's missing it by 5 feet. But, man, Ruben came out there, a little pitching whisperer, and, a couple pitches later he had it going again. Made it exciting.
Yeah, no, he definitely made it exciting. But that's why you have an elite closer, because they can do that kind of thing. Walk the first couple, and then all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom.
We're hearing. Someone said that the Fister came with Tony back to San Diego, but he hasn't been in the studio. So,
the ghost.
I do like it when Chris says no one can hear it except for you, and then like 7 people on the chat are like, I heard it. I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna have to send an email to engineering and say, why is there a ghost in our speakers?
Can you hear it, Dave? Are you hearing anything?
Oh, is Dave breathing into the mic?
Why do you think a wind sound is somebody breathing? It's just not even the same sound.
You've never heard yourself breathe.
But
I don't breathe like that.
Tony, can you help me? I mean, I didn't say it was a hurricane in here.
Give me a break.
This is usually what it sounds like.
Yeah.
We're grossing everyone out right now. We are grossing everyone
out. Let's get to break. We got some more Padre talk on the other side. More Gwynn Chris.
Tune in Thursday.
Down by Harbor Boulevard this morning to make sure that the city officials were not, trying to set up parade routes. It was just one win last night, people. So let's make sure we keep it in perspective. But sure, a lot better than losing the opener to the Dodgers. Padres 1, Dodgers nothing. Game 2 of this series coming up tonight with Griffin Canning looking to throw some strikes and get back in form. Emmett Sheehan, who's been inconsistent at best for the Dodgers tonight. And we got a lineup for you. So without further ado, let's pass that along, see what Craig Stammen has in mind tonight. Skraby.
Who's doing it, me?
Well, either one of you. You guys can rotate if you want.
No, we don't need to rotate.
Go ahead, Scrape. You got it.
All right. Batting first for your San Diego Padres, playing second base, Fernando Tatis Jr. DHing Miguel Andujar, batting second. Sheets playing left field, batting third. Manny Machado cleaning up, playing third. Xander Bogaerts hitting fifth at shortstop. Jackson Merrill, center field, the sixth spot. Castellanos in the seventh spot in right field. France playing first base, and Fermin catching for Canning.
Odd man out today, Ramon Laureano, who continues, I think, even though it might be swinging a little better, not getting the results. And, they're going with Castellanos right now, and I don't blame them. So we'll see where it goes tonight with the lineup. Dodgers lineup, I don't believe is out yet. But
let me look.
It's still a pretty scary lineup when you've got Teoscar Hernandez stepping up there in the 8th spot and guys like that. I mean, there's no –
That definitely crossed my mind yesterday when he came up in the 8th spot.
Right, and like the biggest spot in the game, you're like, okay, we got Muncy out, we got this, we got Pajes out. We're at the bottom of the – oh, no. Now it's Teoscar Hernandez, who's, World Series hero type hitter. But, everybody got the job done last night. There was a few things, that I, enjoyed about the last few innings. One of those interesting things, I don't know if anybody asked Stammen about it after the game. If they did, I didn't see his response. But in the 8th inning there, Jason Adam got the first 2 outs, and everything looked fine. And then I see Morejon warming up in the bullpen behind him. And my thought is, well, that's if Shohei comes up, you're going to bring Morejon in, lefty, the whole thing. And Jason Adam walked Hai-Song Kim, and here came Shohei with the go-ahead run. No sign of Craig Stammen. And, Shohei got a base hit there. But Adam got the next guy, Betts, on the ground ball. The thing to me was I didn't if you're going to get him up, why you didn't use him. But Craig Stammen has been continuing to push the right buttons, and this one worked out. So did anyone ask? Did anyone check into this, or am I the only one who thought of this? No.
I'm getting the audio right now.
Oh, you have audio from that?
Yes.
So he was asked why he got him up if he wasn't going to bring him in.
Kevin Acey asked him, why did you stick with Jason? Let's hear what you said.
Yeah, stuck with Jason. I felt good about the matchups past at bats between Ohtani and Adam and Betts and Adam. Kind of just went with my gut a little bit on that one, but also felt good about Jason's history against the Dodgers too. And I felt like I had Adrian ready for Freeman then after that. So a little bit of a roll of the dice, I guess, more than traditional, but felt really good with Jason out there on the mound against those hitters.
And he got it done. So there you go. And hey, look, I'm all for managing by your gut once in a while. Not everything has to be analytics in my mind.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be black and white, right? Like you could get Morejon up, and then as he's processing it, it's like, you know what? I like his numbers better. I'm gonna go with it, and it worked. I mean, I think that's exactly the type of manager you want, is someone that is flexible in using the numbers or the analytics at times, and then sometimes using his eyeballs and past experiences. And so I think that's what he's done. I think that's the strength of Craig Stammen.
Honestly, yeah, you're not. This isn't I wasn't being critical of this. I thought it worked out fine. I just thought it was something to bring up, and it's just part of the little things that happen during the course of a game. But he had it
that
right.
Wasn't about you. Just so we're clear, I wasn't talking to you.
Ooh, fight.
No, let's just stop it. If there's a fight, I'm going to really start breathing hard. Then you're going to really be in trouble.
You're going to get going.
We're
By the way, I think we fixed it.
Hopefully we did. The Bill House Studios. The ghosts are gone for the moment. Here, we know how. And are we going to? Oh, that was. Wait, tomorrow we're going to have more tickets?
Tomorrow, yes.
We gave away Padre tickets yesterday.
But tomorrow we're going to have tickets to, I believe, the game next week
the
against
Phillies.
the Phillies. Yes.
All right, so I'll have more tickets to give away tomorrow. Got it. Great basketball game last night. Don't know if you taped it or saw any of it over your shoulder, Tony.
I was looking at. I saw the 2 possessions. What was it? I think I saw a possession to win it in the 4th in regulation.
Yeah,
and then I saw a couple buckets in overtime, but I didn't really get to pay attention to it.
Well,
but it sounds like it was a great game.
Well, obviously, Wembanyama was, he is something to behold. He truly is. I've never seen a guy catch a ball at the free throw line, turn around and dunk the ball. Like you normally have to dribble at least once from there. But right. he just does things that you've not seen anyone do. And then, you're down 3 points at the end of the first overtime, and he pulls up from 30 feet and ties the game with a 3-pointer. So if you're OKC, not a whole lot you can do about that. On the other side, the floppers did their thing. Chet Holmgren went banging into the stanchion once. I thought they were going to have to call a paramedic. But as soon as he realized
Chet is becoming quite the actor. I
mean, really sad. I mean, he covered his eyes like he was honestly, headed for the morgue. And, the officials finally said, you know what, we're not even upgrading that after they looked at it. But he still went back over to the bench and shook his head a bunch of times and get the cobwebs out. Chet Holmgren is like the ultimate actor. I'll tell you what, he'd be better off served actually playing the game. He completely disappeared last night. He was nowhere to be found. And he's, I'll be honest with you. I have whatever respect I might've had for Holmgren before last night, Tony, I lost a lot of it because he didn't even guard Wembanyama. They had Caruso guarding Wembanyama. And that is, to me, is an incredible statement about how much great Caruso is. He's giving a foot and a half away, and he was still doing a pretty good job of it.
They're not the first team to do this. I think there seems to be a thought that the little dudes are the smaller guys.
Give him more trouble?
Give him more trouble because he's not necessarily like a load. Like you couldn't put a small dude on Shaq. He would like literally dunk that dude.
Yeah.
Wembanyama can be kind of pushed around a little bit. I think that's the strategy.
Yeah. Well, Caruso did a hell of a job.
Though, it sounds like.
Well, Caruso had a hell of a game. I mean, he must have had 5 steals. He knocked the ball away. He created havoc. He scored 31 points. I don't know what Caruso could have done more. He was incredible, but Wembanyama is just a little bit more incredible. And really, the game was basically, I think, lost in the fact that SGA just couldn't score his usual thing. He shot, I think, 7 for 23, something like that. Wow. Shots were not going for him, and they were doubling him just like the Lakers did. But as was not the case in the Lakers series, whistles were okay. I think SGA. I'd have to get inside SGA's head, and I'm not. I wonder if all the talk about him flopping and getting all the calls is starting to get to him a little bit. Because I don't know that he's even sticking his nose in there as much as he had been in the past. Seemed to me, watching him last night, he was almost trying to prove that he could get it done without getting fouled and without getting touched and without, sprawling down. And maybe that didn't serve him best last night. So, we'll see how it goes as the series goes along. I think OKC's probably still got a little better ball club, but Wembanyama is a factor, man. He is absolutely a factor. And the only thing I would say to the Spurs is I would post him under the basket a little more than they do. He spends a lot of time on the perimeter, and I don't know why he's ever standing out on the perimeter because he's an automatic basket around the rim.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. So it's a fun game, double overtime. Those are always fun. And but everybody got to see a great ball game last night too. And so it's a good night all the way around. How were the behaved crowd last night, Tony? Did our warning pay some dividends? Maybe.
I hate to take credit, but I think we might have. I didn't see a whole lot.
Good.
I didn't see a whole lot. It was a rather it wasn't raucous. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like people had been like drinking all day tailgate. It was like they came from work and then
What
they
are they
showed
doing
up. And
then? Come on.
I'm saying it was a good crowd. It was a good, excitable, but not over the top crowd. Put it this way, I didn't see typically when something pops off, like a bunch of people start standing up and you can like see it. So I didn't see none of that last night. I could be wrong though.
I'm happy to hear that. As an initial report,
Xander Bogaerts said last night he doesn't often feel like it's a playoff game in May, but in that ninth inning, after Mason Miller walked those two guys and the stadium being like it was, he said that he felt like it was a playoff game. This is a guy who has played 2 World Series before, and he said the atmosphere was electric last night.
How do you, when you're standing in center field and that situation's popped up, Tony, you got a game like this, 2 guys on, nobody out. You give yourself a little pep talk like, hey, hit me the ball. Because I think the general consensus.
Hit me the ball.
Well, yes, because it's better than saying don't hit me the ball.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you've got to have the attitude that you want the ball hit to you. But I mean, to me as a fan, we're not out on the field. We're not playing and we're standing in front of all 40,000 people. But it seems like a ninth inning like that, you get a little nervous. You're right. You got everybody's on base, a hard hit ball. You make the play. And
I think when you're young, you get nervous.
Yeah.
I think as you get older, you're checking off the things that you got to do if the ball is hit you. So you don't really after you get past the kind of like nervousness part.
Yeah.
You also are thinking about, all right, if this ball's hit to me, if it's hit this speed, I'm gonna have to go here. If it's hard enough, man, I'm gonna have to let this one go. There's just so many different things. You're going through those scenarios, and I think sometimes that takes up maybe the room to be super nervous as you start to understand what you're supposed to do. But I'm sure at some point, maybe the 2-0 pitch, you're like, oh man, this is getting wild.
It's getting a little nerve-wracking here.
you might allow yourself to get there for a sec, but then you kind of refocus and get back into what you're doing.
You know what I thought was awesome last night? In the ninth inning, Jackson, was it off of Max Muncy? He hit one into the left center gap, and Jackson completely took control of the outfield, knew the situation, caught the ball, immediately went into third. That stuff makes me feel good because they are dialed in on the things that they need to be doing.
Well,
anybody else find that impressive?
He made a good play on Muncy in the ball game.
Who's Muncy?
Muncy, and then the one later in the whatever. God, just focus on the breathing over there, will you?
The breathing's gone. So Adam came in here and said the fix is to unplug it once, twice, 3 times.
And by the way, Adam said it is positively not Chris's breathing, so just stop it.
He did
with the the criticism of you. But
he did say that.
All right, what are we doing when we come back? I hope we're doing the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Of
course.
So that you can, be under the gun.
Oh, I'm always under the gun.
Because I'm right now the guy under the gun, but that will change when we come back on Gwynn and Chris.
are indeed back, and I don't know if it's just me and Chris or if Skraby's camera is off kilter, but
Why
either
does he
way,
keep doing this?
welcome to the show, Skrabe.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
I do believe we have a Fantabulous sports game show, and given that Skraby is kind of getting on Chris's nerves, I think Chris is definitely looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to a usual result in this game.
He's like a new category, Tony Gwynn Jr. stats.
Yeah.
We ready?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, last week we had a controversial topic, had to do with naming cities where there was only one major pro sports team. You guys managed to fight your way through it. We ended up with a tie last week. Some people are still upset that Anaheim was not considered a correct answer.
I've had multiple people tell me that I should have received a point for that.
Well,
And you were
Wait,
here
but
for
two
one
pe-
of them.
You had multiple people, like two of them?
No, I don't even remember who it was last week that came to my defense, but Chris was in the room when that happened.
So anyway,
that's
we are
one.
going to
That's
do
one.
a topic today where Tony can just whip you, no questions asked.
Oh,
there will
great.
be nothing
Great.
controversial about this
Love
one.
that.
Great.
No, actually, Skraby, you are the self-proclaimed fantasy baseball genius
Oh, gosh.
and 10-time champion or whatever you win.
Two-time back-to-back.
You know, you win all these
You
things
should
and all these
dominate this,
trophies.
sir.
Right. This should be your game. There will be no controversy today. It's cut and dry. Either these guys are on the list or they're not. And it is your job today, guys, to name the 30 players in Major League Baseball that currently have double figures in home runs. You are looking for the 30 players that currently have 10 or more home runs this season in Major League Baseball. As luck would have it, there are 15 in the American League. There are 15 in the National League. There's one team that has 3 guys on the list. There are 6 or 7 others that have 2 guys on the list. I will give you all a clue. The Padres have nobody on the list, as Gavin Sheets is their leader with 9. So you will not find a Padre answer on today's list. The 30 guys that have 10 or more home runs, first person to, I guess if you can get to 16, you'd win it. 3 strikes, you're out. Skraby, you want to go first or second today?
I don't remember which one. I'll go second. Why not?
Going to let Tony go first today. All right, Tony, lead us off. Give us a major leaguer with double figures in home runs right now.
Kyle Schwarber bomb.
Oh.
Schwarber, start with the big guy, 20. By the way, for those who are Schwarber owners, he's not in the lineup again tonight.
Oh, no, I need to switch that right now.
Out. I think he was sick, missed the game yesterday and today.
Yes, he's due to illness.
All right, Schwarber is correct. Tony's on the board. Who do you got, Scrape?
I'm
10 or
gonna
more
go
home runs.
With the White Sox sensation, Munetaka Murakami.
Munetaka Murakami.
Munetaka.
Yeah, you almost pronounced it right, but that's okay. Murakami leads the American League with 17. That is correct. All right, we got one each, and we're underway. Tony, guys with 10 or more home runs this year so far.
All rise.
Aaron Judge. Tony's going there
Aaron
with 16
Judge.
for Judge. He's the number 2 guy in the American League. You guys are starting right at the top of the list and apparently working your way down. You're looking for guys with 10 or more home runs. Scraby, you're down 2-1.
Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez. He's next on the list with 15 home runs. You guys sound like you're just both reading right from the top down.
These are the easy
so
ones.
far. All right, we got Schwarber with 20, Murakami 17, Judge 16, Alvarez 15. Tony, your turn.
How about a Mr. Olsen out in the ATL?
yeah,
He's got 14. He's next on the National League list. That is right, Matt Olson with 14 home runs. We got Tony 3. We got Skraby 2. Skraby, you're up. We got 5 down. We got 25 correct answers to go.
I'm going to go with the fish, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. He's got 11. That's enough to get him on the list. He is there, the Trout. I always find it interesting that the great Angel player before him was Tim Salmon.
I do love that.
I like that
do
too.
Love it.
It's just one of those
That is
strange
good.
things.
I do love it a lot.
The Halos are currently trying to find a kid named Barracuda somewhere, but they cannot go with it. All right, 3-3. Tony, you're up. 10 or more home runs.
I think Mr. Buxton is got double digits.
Byron Buxton, he's got 15, so
Wow.
he's quite high on the
Wow,
list.
that is a lot.
The Minnesota Twin. Tony 4, Skraby 3. You guys are doing all right. I don't think really any clues are necessary, nor will I probably ever give you any. Anyway, no strikes. Skraby names the next guy with 10 or more home runs, or he hopes to.
I have been trying to get this guy on my fantasy team for 4 years, and he's probably having his best year so far. Elio De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz. He's got 11 home runs, which is enough to get him on this list comfortably. Representing Los Rojos de Cincinnati. Man, could they use a closer there right now. Ever since old Emilio Pagan went down, the Reds cannot get the last 6 outs of a game.
Old Emilio.
I mean, they've lost like 5 games in a row with the lead at the end. And who was it who said that, Tony? That I think it was Alden, wasn't it, or Matt Snyder? One of the they talked about. It was neither. It was actually Buster only. Just said, we're not thinking about the fact that the Padres are like one of the very few teams in baseball that got the 9th inning locked down. And there are so many teams that are looking for that, and they don't have it.
Padres have always kind of
Padres
had
and
that.
the Braves, really. The only
Yeah.
2 rolling.
Yeah.
What's the common denominator there, Tony?
What?
They both have good
Robert
pitching.
Suarez.
Well, he's not a common denominator here. He doesn't play here.
I
I'm
was
saying
saying
both
common
teams.
He's also
have had
not the
great
9th inning
closing
guy there.
situations.
He's not the 9th inning
I
guy.
thought he did move into it.
He
when
did for a
Rizzo-
while, but
Oh.
Iglesias is back.
All right.
Anyway, you're the fantasy expert, so I shouldn't be telling you.
You're right.
We're tied at
No,
4.
you should
Tony,
not.
who you got? Next double
How
digit.
about
home
Drake
run.
Baldwin?
Drake Baldwin.
He
He
just went on the IL.
He will be stalled for the moment. Yes, he went on the IL today, but 13 home runs for last year's Rookie of the Year. He's come back nicely in year number 2. Tony 5, Skraby 4. Still 21 to go.
Padres kept this guy in the yard. Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena is not on the list, so that is going to be the first
Really?
strike.
Not
of
on the list?
day.
How many does he have?
I don't know. He's going to have 10.
I swear I
Don't have
saw it
10.
on his little graphic that he had 10.
I'll look him up right now just to be sure, but
I mean, it's not.
I typed this list pretty carefully, and I don't think I would leave a guy off.
Yes, Chris is actually
I'm
spending
pretty-
time putting it onto a Microsoft Word document instead of just printing.
Rosarena's only got 4 home runs,
That's
so I'm
it?
not even sure.
What
where
did I
you-
do?
Yeah, I came up with
What
that.
did I do?
Yeah, it's not even. That isn't even a
Oh,
contender.
that was a massive mistake.
It's a strike.
That is a massive mistake.
It is a strike. Tony, you've got a 5-4
man.
lead. Randy Arozarena.
That is a massive mistake.
I'll tell you a guy. Skraby wasn't lying when he said they kept him in the yard.
Yeah, everybody's kept him in the yard apparently. Yeah,
You know who they did
I might
keep
as well
in the
just say
yard?
Fernando Tatis Jr. at this point.
yeah, that would be
Who they-
about as good of a guess. Both
Who
be
the
wrong.
Padres definitely kept in the yard yesterday was one Max Muncy. He's
Max
got
Muncy.
double digits.
That's a good one.
They kept him
That's
in
a
the
good
yard.
one,
He's got
yeah.
a dozen. By the way, that slider that old Miller got him in the 9th inning. I mean, I just a pitch like that, and when the guy picks up his bat, Tony starts walking off before the ump even calls it. Like you're tipping your cap to the pitcher. That's all
Nasty.
you're doing right there.
Nasty.
Yeah, they're just like, no way I could hit that. So congratulations, you struck me out. All right, Tony leads 6-4. Skraby's down 2 now. Yeah, you're down by 2. You just
Yeah,
had a
dog.
strike.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Get your weight up.
It's a good thing that in the last, my weight is up, Tony. Don't worry about that.
We're looking, by the way, for hitters currently with 10 or more home runs in Major League Baseball.
I've started watching that thing that MLB puts together, like 45 minutes on all the teams. Not quick pitch, but another thing. And so I've seen this guy go yard a lot. Yeah, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz of the Tampa Bay Rays. It's going to be strike 2 on you, Skrabe.
Diaz,
kidding?
is it?
He's got 7.
What
So
am I
you're-
thinking?
You're on the doorstep here.
What am I
You know
thinking?
what, Chris? What I think he was thinking was his teammate, Junior Caminero.
He might have been thinking of
I
him, and if
wasn't,
he had been
but-
thinking of him, he would have been correct.
I wasn't, but that is
Caminero's
correct.
got 13 home runs. Tony has got a commanding 7-4
no.
lead. This is the kind of lead that only you could blow, Skraby, but unfortunately you're on the other end right now.
You know what? Keep your opinions to yourself, host.
And you're on
I didn't see Alex Trebek jumping all over the contestant.
Yeah,
when they
well,
got
I don't
something
ever
wrong.
remember a contestant going to Alex Trebek. Hey, Alex, you want to cool it on the breathing into the microphone?
That was
I
pre-game.
don't recall that ever being asked.
I never
of
did
Adam,
that.
Alex Trebek.
During
So,
the Alex Trebek didn't breathe into
It's
the
never
mic.
happened,
so
Skraby. It's never happened, buddy.
Alex Trebek never breathed into the mic.
you know what? I love how he tells me, "Don't breathe."
There's a strategy behind that.
All right, you're on the doorstep, Skraby.
All right,
You got 2 strikes. You need somebody with 10 or
this
more
guy.
home runs.
He's on my team, Langoliers.
Yes, Shea Langoliers is correct, but it might be too little, too late.
It might be.
It's now 7-5. Tony Gwynn Jr., give me a double-figure home run guy.
I think we saw this young stud come through not that long ago. How about Jordan Walker?
Jordan Walker.
There's
yeah.
another guy on my team.
He's got 13 home runs. I mean, this is the sad thing, everybody out there, that you don't get. Skraby is the self-proclaimed fantasy genius, number one. Number two, all of these answers are guys on his team, and he doesn't think of them. I mean, it's
not
like
that I
a
don't think
triple
of them.
whammy.
For some reason, I do not have a photographic memory when it comes to stuff like that. I cannot
For
remember
some
who's on my
reason, he
team.
said.
Like when someone goes, "Who's on your fantasy football team?" I'm like, I don't know. Actually, let me pull out my app.
It's pretty funny. You do seem to know because you talk about your people endlessly.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
Yeah,
the
you
ones
do.
that are
I had
great.
him on my team.
The ones that are
That's on my
great.
team.
Tony, you don't have to sit in the studio with him during baseball season. Schwarber, another
no,
home run. Jordan Walker, another home run. You think that Skraby is 8 miles ahead of the pack the way he talks over here. Oh, Brandon Lau just hit another home run. Oh, that was even a hint. It's your turn, Skraby.
That
Do you want to
definitely
take
sounds
one?
like Skraby. Too.
I'm
That's the
gonna
funny part.
I'm gonna go with Brandon Lau because he
Brandon
was on my
Lau, very
fantasy
good,
team.
Skraby. Okay, he's on your team. You should have
And I
guessed
do
him.
have him written down just for the sake of the game.
Well, that's good. I'm giving it to you. It's
Whatever.
8-6. Tony, you're up. I made a mistake there, but hey.
How about the San Diego Mickey Moniak?
Mickey
What am I
Moniak,
doing?
another
I'm across the canyon.
He goes to your high school, Skraby. You still don't have the answer. 9-6. Tony, we're halfway there, but Skraby's got 2 strikes, so it's going to be difficult for him to make a comeback here. He's looking for somebody with 10 or more home runs.
I'm gonna guess someone that you guys aren't expecting me to guess, but he's also been on my fantasy team before.
I bet.
Christian Walker.
Christian Walker, he does have 11. That is enough to get him on the list, Skraby. The Astros first baseman. Keeps you alive, 9-7. Tony Gwynn Jr. with no strikes yet and a 2-point lead.
I don't think we guessed Schwarber's other teammate, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper, he could not possibly
See,
have 10.
I wasn't sure. Yeah,
Yeah, he's got 12, so he's on the
That's pretty
list.
good.
Bryce
I wouldn't
Harper's-
expect him to have 12. Honestly.
He's having a pretty good renaissance.
good year.
Yeah, he's at 922 on the OPS. I think who was the guy who said he was no longer very good?
His
Dave
GM.
Dombrowski. Why do you even if that's right, why do you even say that? A guy that like won MVPs for you. Like I don't get it sometimes.
He certainly forgot that home run off of Robert Suarez that Bryce Harper hit.
None
to
of
put
us
him
have
in
ever forgotten
the
it,
World
man.
Series.
It broke our hearts for sure. 10-7, Skraby.
All right, I'm gonna stop saving these guys because I'm about to die.
Well, yeah, you have 2
You ain't
strikes. You need
saving
everything.
nothing. Just go
Oh
ahead.
no,
You better use it.
I got a few.
Yeah,
I got a few. I
whatever.
tried to trade for Colson Montgomery of the White Sox.
Is that your guess?
Yes,
that's a good one. Colson Montgomery. I wouldn't expect anybody even to barely know who he is. But
Oh yeah, he's been hitting home runs like crazy, man.
well, we're aware he's got 13, and
I tried to
he's
tell
the
y'all.
shortstop of the Shy Sox.
Tony and I were on top of that guy.
10-8. Tony's
We
still
knew.
ahead with no strikes. There's one guy with 15. There's one guy with 12. Most of the
How
other
about
ones
you
have
give me-
11 and 10. So we're getting down to
How
it
about-
here.
How about you give me the third of that White Sox trio in Miguel Vargas?
Miguel Vargas.
Ooh, I would have.
Who in the
never got
world
that
would know
one.
that?
Yeah, I
Except
would've
for
never
Tony
got
Gwynn
that
Jr., a man who called one of the games that Miguel Vargas played here a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, 11 home runs for, of all people, Miguel Vargas. That is correct answer. 11-8. Tony has the lead. Skraby's running out of time with 2 strikes. You need a correct answer again to stay alive.
Just saw this guy the other
10
day.
or more home runs. Go ahead, Skrabe.
The Red Sox Contreras Wilson.
Wilson Contreras. Yes, he got to 10 the other day. That is right. He's become kind of a polarizing figure, has he not?
Yeah, no, he's just annoying. That's
Oh,
what
he's
it
not
is.
even polarizing. Everybody just wants
Wilson
to throw at him.
Contreras. Yeah, everybody hates that guy because he's always talking trash.
He does seem to be in the middle of a lot of controversy, but he does have 10 home runs, good enough to make this list. Make it 11-9, 10 to go. Tony Gwynn Jr. needs 5 for the title or a Skraby strikeout.
How about my man Wood over in Nationals over there?
Yeah.
Former Padre James Wood. Yeah, that always rankles Padre fans every time they hear his name. But I remind you that because of James Wood being gone, we had Michael King pitch a shutout win over the Dodgers last night. So.
And Randy Vasquez is going to be pitching tomorrow. So.
You got to give to get.
Factoids.
You got to give to get.
Factoids,
Yeah, very good. 12-9. Tony continuing to have a pretty good margin. Skraby, though, hanging on here, fingernails with 2 strikes.
You know, I like to keep tabs on some of the guys that I was going to draft. And Ben Rice of the Yankees has been pretty darn
Rice,
good.
he's got 15.
Where are you pulling these names from, bro?
Look, right here, written down.
Ben Rice. I thought that's just what you wanted to order for dinner tonight.
Oh, it is.
12-10, 8 left.
Tony thinks
8 correct answers
Something
left.
nefarious is going on.
nefarious.
Wow.
Give me
It just seems like Tony's got answers for days, though, doesn't it? I
Yeah,
mean, he doesn't
nothing
even,
nefarious over there.
he's not struggling at all.
how about Hunter Goodman?
Hunter Goodman?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He's got 11 for the Rocks.
All right,
Let's go.
2
Maybe it's
Rocks
gonna-
on the list. It's 13-10.
2 Rocks on the list.
Well, we
Oh,
already named them
got
both.
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
Moniak and Goodman.
I don't know. CJ Abrams.
Who's that?
CJ Abrams.
CJ Abrams. And not even the ABS is going to save you now. That is on the corner for strike 3.
How many does he have?
Abrams has 9 home runs.
Dang.
Just misses the list. And the Fantabulous Sports Game Show is over. Tony Gwynn Jr. is the winner today. It's not official till we hear his music.
Come on.
The official
Get to it,
music,
son.
so he can dance on
Get
camera.
to it, son.
Guys, I have to move the computer.
What is taking so long, man? Why can't I
I had
get
to
my
move the
music?
computer wrong.
You should have
around.
known he was about to win.
Jeez.
Here we
Should've
go.
had this queued up.
Here we go.
You guys did great, though, on this list. You only missed one guy with 11 home runs, Sal Stewart of the Reds.
I was gonna say I envisioned
there
you guys
were-
making
sure
fun
you were.
of me.
Sure you
Show,
were.
show us that one. Show us Sal Stewart on
I
your paper.
thought about it and I thought these guys are
Yeah.
gonna crush me if I guess
Sure
Sal
you
Stewart.
There are 6 guys.
Sure you did.
6 guys that have 10. O'Neal Cruz, Ian Happ, Andy Pajes, Gunnar Henderson,
What?
Kazuma Okamoto,
Would have never gotten that.
and Luke Rayleigh of the
Wait.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that.
Luke Rayleigh has 10, but they pinch hit for him in every important situation.
Did you see what they did when he didn't pitch it after Wilson got thrown out? They didn't
No.
pitch it for him and left him in there.
No, what happened?
3 pitches. Bada bing, bada boom.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Sounds like he's a kind of a platoon hitter. All right, there's the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Tony Gwynn is the champion.
Again, of course.
I'm happy to report more Gwynn and Chris coming up.
Can we do a horror movie trivia, like
What was
Skraby's
that?
favorite horror movies list?
Horror movies?
Because I have been told that sometimes I say the word too fast and it comes to another word. All right, let's go to break.
Number 2 of our Tuesday get-together. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan. Dodgers Padres. Game 2 coming up this evening. Tony and Jesse with the call. Down there at Petco Park, Dave Marcus will be the producer of the radio show tonight. Sam Levitt has the pregame activities at 5:40. Skraby and I and Tony keeping you company until then. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios where we know how. Some bad news for the Dodgers today. I guess they're looking at it as good news and bad news. But evidently Tyler Glasnow had a setback in his rehab from the back, tweaking his back injury that put him on the injured list. And the Dodgers say he's been shut down for the time being. I mean, I know this is all he can say, but I had to laugh when I heard their general manager. Who's their general manager now? Tony?
Ben, you're not
somebody?
talking about Friedman.
No.
You're talking about,
I think
you're talking about Barnes, right?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. The new guy.
Barnesy.
Yeah, I guess I should know.
He's been their GM for a little bit, but
I guess I should know let me look him up.
I'm looking. You keep talking.
No, it's not here. Not him. Brandon Gomes. That's who it is. Anyway, Brandon Gomes said, we're not really concerned at all about Glasnow. Really? But you're just shutting him down for the hell of it then, but there's no concern with him long term. I think that's interesting. There probably should be a little concern, I would think. But the other one is that Blake Snell is having the surgery on the left elbow. The Dodgers are trying to turn that into a positive by saying that he's having the same elbow body removal surgery, that loose body removal that Skubal had. And since Skubal may be back in a month or two, maybe Blake Snell will be back in a month or two.
I've been reading all about this nanotechnology on Skubal.
Yeah, so I was going to say, Skubal's already throwing, like as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll find out. I mean, he's clearly doing pretty well. It sounds like Blake's surgery is the same, whereas Diaz's was more invasive, so he's going to be out longer. I actually heard Dave kind of talking about this during his presser yesterday. But I believe in terms of the back and Glasnow, I believe they're not worried about it. But remember, their idea, or I don't know if it's been their idea or how it's worked out, but they've shut pitchers down earlier in the season only to have them fresh going down the stretch, and whether that was just kind of circumstance or whether it was planned, seemed to work in their favor. So I can see why, Gomes is saying, Brandon's saying that they're not really worried about, they're not necessarily worried about Glasnow because they know when they get him right, he'll have less innings on him and they'll be rolling. Now the drawback to that is if the Padres take full advantage of that, they could end up running away, could end up costing them a division going about it that way. And that's what would change, maybe change a team's behavior on those type of deals, right?
Wouldn't it be just
you roll the dice on it one too many times and it ends up backfiring on you. You might think differently about it.
Wouldn't it be just so spreadably cozy if the Dodgers would spreadably cozy, just so
I've never heard that word.
Yeah, I know you haven't. But it would be such just just trying to breathe. Okay.
What is happening?
I'm breathing. Because if I don't breathe, I'm going to go over there and wring your neck. So I'm counting to 10. Isn't that what they teach you in anger management?
I don't know. I've never been.
You've been really bothering me today.
He said you're really bothering me today.
I just think it'd be wonderful if the Dodgers set all of these guys out with the idea that they'll all be healthy in September and October, but they just fell so far off the pace that they didn't need those guys in October. Oh, that would be wonderful if that could just happen once, but I know it's not really possible. Dodgers have the same lineup tonight as they had last night, by the way.
Yay, less work for me.
Yes, just copy, Tony. Copy and paste.
Yes.
It's funny when you said that I was literally lassoing last night's lineup. And
there you go.
I was just getting ready to pick copy. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Copy and paste. Last night's lineup, the same for the Dodgers tonight. We told you the Padres earlier. Fernando's back in there at second base. Some people wonder, why is Fernando batting leadoff? I don't really see a whole lot of better options right now.
Where do they want him to bat? Ninth?
I don't think they want him to bat at all. I mean, I would imagine there's some people
want
who
to get
think
rid of
that.
him.
A ghost hitter? Is that
I'm
what
not-
we're doing now?
Well, I mean, what's the difference between that? No, never mind. I'm not going that. I'm not going that route.
I mean, right now, you come into the game tonight, you got 4 guys that are swinging the bat well, and that's just the facts. I mean, you got Andujar in the 2-hole, you got Sheets in the 3-hole, you got, Castellanos a little bit more when his guy is on base. Ty France has been swinging it well. Xander's fallen off a little. The rest of the guys are all rusty gate at the moment, but you got to keep going with them. These are your guys. And you got to hope that, you got to assume that they're going to get hot here at some point. Last night, didn't need anybody
I think you
can
could say the same thing in the Dodgers lineup.
Right.
About 4 guys swinging well.
Fair enough.
And
yeah.
I think that's why this matchup it's kind of perfect timing for the Pod. So we'll tonight will be good though. We get a chance to see Griffin coming off of a really rough one his last time out, and he's pitched well here in this ballpark so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back out here.
Emmett Sheehan will go for the Dodgers tonight, a battle of right-handers in Game 2 of the series tomorrow. Shohei will pitch for the Dodgers. Dave Roberts is saying already that he's planning on having Shohei hit tomorrow night, along with pitch. Is something he has not been doing recently, but planning on using Shohei tomorrow night. We'll see where that goes. But, let's beat him again here tonight. Should be some more runs on the board with these 2 guys. 1-0 would be surprising if that happens again this evening. But again, it goes back to last night. I want to just run through these things. 6th inning, Dodgers get the leadoff man on Pajes, but they get Teoscar to hit into a double play. So 2 out, space is empty, but Kim singles to right. Then Ohtani hits that little tapper out in front of the mound, and Duran, fields it, probably trying to do a little too much there, Tony. I don't think he could have got Ohtani, but he went for it on the big throw. It's short hop past Sheets. And again, if Fernando's not hustling over there and not just backing it up, but hustling after the ball, really being on it, Kim, I think, would have come around and scored and tied the game. But they had to hold him because Fernando was there. And then Fernando did have just a momentary bobble, but by that time it was too late to get Kim going again. So, I credit the hustle of Fernando in that inning. In the 7th inning, you get Freddie Freeman walking on the old challenge, and then Tucker hits a base hit to right field. They're going to have 1st and 3rd, except for Sheets makes an unbelievable play. I mean, a diving stop and gets the force on Freeman. Tucker ends up stealing 2nd, but he dies at second base. 8th inning, you get 2 on, 2 out. Betts just slams a hard ground ball, to the right of Bogarts. He gets over there, gets down like a goaltender, really, Tony, blocks that thing, gets the force on Ohtani to end that inning. And then we all know what happened in the 9th inning after the 2 walks. Duran, I thought, kind of changed the complexion, everything with that challenge on the pitch that made the count 1-1. And then Miller got Will Smith. How many times has Will Smith broke our hearts, by the way?
A lot.
Yeah, it was nice to see him finally not break our hearts there. Muncy just basically, I think he was almost wanted to just hand his bat as he's walking off to Mason Miller and say, "Here, you hit that," because there was nothing he could do with that slider.
Would you blame him if he did do that?
No, exactly.
Yeah,
it was such a good pitch. Such a good pitch. And then they got Pajes on the fielder's choice to win the ball game, 1-0. First time they beat the Dodgers 1-0 since 2008, which was a little kind of an odd statistic to go along.
I got one for you.
Yes,
I got
sir.
one for you.
What do you got?
And this came from Jesse Agler. Last time the Padres won 1-0 on a 1st inning home run, as they did, was 1997, May 3rd.
Whoa!
You want to guess who hit the homer?
Sure.
Your dad?
Yeah, it sounds like either him or Marvell Wynn, but I'm going to go with your dad.
He did indeed. 1 for 4.
Tony G.
Wow.
Who did he hit it off of? Might as well get the details now. Get some
Good
deets
question. Let's see.
on this one. 1997, huh?
Oh, Dustin Hermanson, former Padre, I
remember
believe.
old Hermanson. Was he with the, let's see, Expos then?
He was with the Expos then, yeah.
Yeah, Expos.
Wow.
There we go.
Never heard of old
Dustin
Hermanson.
Tim Worrell went 7 2/3, and then Trevor came on for the 4-out save.
Wow.
1-0.
Even 4-out saves back in 97.
Oh,
I bet you Trevor was ready to pitch the next day after that, unlike these guys. Look, hey, that's crazy, though. And credit Jesse Agler for staying up all night, pouring through every box score since 1997 to find it. Because it is possible that
I imagine
Jesse would have done that.
Jesse has a basement with just books of baseball
he
that he goes through, and he's like, I got to find a stat.
I don't think so.
Nah.
He's
it
got
looks
it
like
all.
the Hall of Fame
He's
thing.
a tech guy anyway, so he would need
he
a
would
book
have
for
it all
that.
on the computer.
That's
but he's
true.
got most of it up here, man. Jesse's on it. We know that. All right, Tony, have a great call tonight, and
Thank you, gentlemen.
I'm going to head down to the ball game, so I'll pop in and we'll say hello. So I'm warning you guys ahead of my arrival, and we'll come back with more Gwynn and Chris. Don't go anywhere. Lots still to come.
From the Gate 5.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah,
It's one of the
there.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reefer
measurement
and
unit.
the X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I'd
us
have
the
said no.
actual rules of this. Like,
The rule
want to see if you
is
can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
that's
one
not
of you
happening.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Skraby,
this.
has a jar of
here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
Products.
both are winners if they pass
Hold on
this.
one
I
second.
hate to
Winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now,
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No,
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we doing
All right,
this?
hold on.
Here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He
for
does.
those
This is-
listening on
this
that.
is- I'm literally sweating watching him That's do a this full right now. spoon? That's a full spoon.
All right.
Sure.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He did
turn?
not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in? Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in?
Wow. You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby.
They
Scraby,
both did.
did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're gonna see
Tasty.
it. I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. Adam, are you?
No,
Adam's feeling nothing. All right, so
No,
take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on! Now we're double dipping.
Yeah, he's all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what the
there.
competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
too. Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon. No double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know we were. I don't.
I
Think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right.
Big
He
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valenzuela
this.
in the
Wait,
YouTube
no,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing it drip in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed
All right.
up.
I'll let you
But
boy.
this
I must tell you, Tony,
no.
that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't be
check.
able to catch
I
you.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I
Scraby,
gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that
the
tie,
tie thing,
was
yeah, 'cause
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
he's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little
No,
red,
The tie
Scraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
this
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
He's
going
taking
for
another
it.
one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow,
Delicious.
you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
It's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking
Drop-
trash now.
Well, he
I haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now
Hey,
I'm
man.
going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you
are
got you got a
doing
whole
this
other
to
spoon.
yourself.
No, because I don't want.
You don't want Adam to say
He,
he
by
has
the way,
wing sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that look. He's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy. Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrab. Isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam isn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug.
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Maybe
son
not
of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going
go
to
get
bed. Yeah, you know,
assistance.
want
Frank-
the milk, dude? It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
said
know you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
He
problem.
did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Skraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one, a jar of the ghost
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa
as you want at all
and
times.
the
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's Roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder, though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah.
It's one of the
Suspect.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
the
Okay.
X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I'd
us,
have
tell
said
us the
no.
actual rules of this. Like,
The rule
Want to see if
is
you can do it, I guess.
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
Yeah, that's,
One
yeah,
of
that's
you
not
can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
fools.
I will take
And
one
the winner,
spoonful of
Skraby,
this.
has a jar
Yes.
of
Here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
Products.
both are winners if they
Hold
pass
on,
this.
for
I
the
hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now,
This-
I
this,
am-
this is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Now,
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we
All
doing
right,
this?
hold
Here we go.
All right, let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
God, he
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He does.
for those
There's-
listening.
there's-
on
This is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right now.
spoon?
That's a full spoon.
all
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He
turn?
did not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the
Trickle
milk
that.
yet.
Hi, Gwynn and Chris. Tony down at Petco, off doing some pregame duties. Craig Stammen always talks to the media throng there about 3:30, quarter to 4, for the ball game. Anything happens, we'll pass it all along to you. Chris here, Skraby there. Bill House Studios, hardly big enough to contain us today. We're going at it pretty much hammer and tongs so far today.
K-Laws thinks she knows why on the chat.
Who does?
K-Laws.
What does she think the problem is?
Your pool's closed and you don't get your morning swim.
I got my morning swim.
Oh,
I
so
go
you're
to the
angry
other
for
pool.
another reason.
I played golf like crap today.
There it is.
Yeah, it didn't help.
There it is.
Ugh, brutal day. You know how they always say there's the one shot that'll bring you back?
You didn't even have one of those.
Didn't have
today?
that
You didn't have
today.
like a putt today that you're like, oh, that was pretty good.
Not really.
Wow.
Maybe I think I had one putt that was pretty good, but it was like for double bogey. Do you know what I mean? So I was
Take
so
it and run
mad.
with it.
I know. I was so mad I didn't even care that I made it.
Yeah. Golf is like baseball in a way.
It's a bad
Flush
day.
it.
I'll give it my best shot, but also I'm not good enough to just not pay attention. Like I have to go back and swing better next time. I can't just roll my glove out there and expect to be a good golfer.
Maybe you should be like Aaron Ryan, wear 2 gloves.
I might try the 2 glove. It worked for him. Good point, Mr. Skraby. Let's get to the Daily Gambit today. See what's up.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. Real quick, closing up the loop on the double glove golfer. Tommy Gainey is probably somewhere like, man, I started this whole. His name was Tommy 2 Gloves.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the
never heard of him.
PGA Tour.
Was
Yeah.
he the only guy?
He was the only guy for a long time that wore 2 gloves, and now Aaron
Might
Rye
start
is
seeing more
taking the
guys do it.
shine.
Yeah,
Just taking the
Aaron
shine.
Rye. People tend to copy the winners.
Yes. All guests on 97.3 The Fan join us on the SDCCU Fan Hotline. It's not big bang banking. It's better. The bets that we made last night started with the Dodgers -1.5 against the Padres. Both of us chose the Padres, and both of us win with the Padres winning. The total score was over under 7 runs. I thought it would be over, but I thought there was a possibility of it being under. Not 1 run in the entire game, but you win that one, Chris.
Yep.
Then we go Cubs -1.5 against the Brewers. You went Brewers. I went Cubs. Brewers win 9-3.
Brewers are, like I said, they don't seem like they have a whole lot on paper. I have a thing that I think people think about the Padres the same way I think about the Brewers. Like I look at them and I go, they're not that good.
They just have a bunch of really good role players.
The problem is they win the game all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe they are good.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe this is a question we could tackle at some point, but is this the most complete team AJ Preller's put together? I think the answer has to be yes.
You do?
Just
No,
because
I think-
of all the guys that are coming off the bench that are helping.
I'll give you that part of it, but I think the other part of it is if they're a complete team, they'd be like first or second in hitting, and they're last in hitting. They're hardly.
I guess you're right there.
They're not really
I'm
complete.
just purely looking at the record.
You're
but
looking
yeah,
at the roster, I think, but not the hitting and pitching.
That's true. That's
right.
true. All right. The next one was who had more strikeouts, Yamamoto -1 or Michael King. We both went King. Yamamoto had 8, but minus that 1 is 7. King had 9. So we
King
win.
was so good.
Yes, he was. Tatis plus Machado plus Merrill over under 2.5 hits. Chris went under. I had faith and went over. I should not have had faith because Fernando was the only one to get a hit last night.
Of the 3, and I
yeah.
believe it was an infield hit too. I mean,
think
I'm not
you're right.
taking it away from him. It's a hit, but
It seems like a lot of infield hits these days.
the 3 of these guys have, the experts say, have to get going for us to win. Except they're not going, and we win anyway. So I don't know.
It's a conundrum, Chris.
It is.
OKC -6.5 against the Spurs. We both went OKC. Spurs ended up winning this one by 7, 122-115.
Great game.
Total score over under 221.5. You went under. I went over.
Hard loss for those under bettors because the score was like 30 points under.
Oh, and then they went
and
to
then
overtime.
went to double overtime.
Yeah.
So that's hang with them if you bet under.
Yes, it was 237 total. SGA over under 9.5 free throw attempts. We both went over. He had 9.
I know.
How do they even get that right?
SGA was not himself last night. I said it earlier. I think he's got to start throwing himself in there and falling down again. He looks like he's trying.
You've been crushing him, and now you want him to do it?
It seems like he's almost trying not to do that now.
Well, everybody's been yelling at him about how stupid he is on the court.
Yeah, it seems like it took away from his game last night. He did not look great last night. It'd
Poor
be
guy
interesting
can't
to
win.
see if we. No, I think that he's trying to do right by improve his image, but it's it's kind of one of those things. He needs to fall down all the time to perform at his best.
Some of those Wemby, it's unfair that Wemby's as athletic as he is like 7'5", but some of those just throw it up to the hoop and he just boop. It's just so easy.
I don't mind those. The ones that just get me is when he gets about the free throw line, he turns around and just dunks the ball from there. I mean, that's
His
not.
arms are very long.
You're not supposed to do that. Nobody's supposed to do that. Reggie Miller last night was going a little crazy on the telecast, and it was my guy Mike
Breen.
No, the ESPN guy I don't like. He did the Super Bowl. He does everything. He thinks he's great.
Tirico?
Yes, Mike Tirico is doing the game. And Mike Tirico said to Reggie Miller, he goes, I like the look on your face when Wemby does something. And Reggie Miller said, well, it's because he's doing things none of us have ever seen.
Yeah.
There's going to be a reaction to it.
Reaction is right.
Yeah.
Final bet we made Montreal at Buffalo -1.5 on the puck line. You went Montreal. I went Buffalo. Montreal wins 3-2.
I said it was going to overtime. It did go to overtime. And Game 7 overtime, pretty exciting. But Montreal got it done on the road. So the Canadians advance. All right, here we go to tonight. Who do you think's favored, Dodgers or Padres? The Dodgers are favored. They're always favored by a 1.5. What are you going to do? You're first.
I'm going with the Padres again.
Stay with the Padres again. I'm going to jinx it. It would be great if we swept the series, but it never works that way. I think the Dodgers will probably win tonight. I'm going to take the Dodgers. I hope I'm
Mark
wrong.
this.
Yeah, I know. I set myself up for
Mark
the anguish.
this.
Dodgers, Padres, 8 runs total. Probably 9-0 Dodgers. I'll take over.
My goodness.
I'm joking.
Stop.
Mark this.
Did you go
Mark
over? You
this.
really did go over?
I did win. I'm over on that. one, yeah.
I'm going to go the opposite and go under.
Under. Okay. Phillies look for their 6th in a row at the Reds. It's actually at Philadelphia. No Schwarber in the lineup. Phillies are 16-4 under Don Mattingly.
It's pretty good.
Seems like he's turned things around there. What do you got?
Phillies are favorite, I'm assuming?
Yes. Reds have been slumping
Yes, they
because
have.
of the bullpen has been a disaster for them.
I'm going to say the Phillies keep going.
Phillies minus 1.5. I'll take the Reds tonight. They got the fireballer Burns on the mound. Dylan Cease, strikeouts at Yankees, or Jacob Mizorowski, strikeouts at Cubs. Got your 2 fireballers both pitching tonight. Dylan Cease has been money with the strikeouts.
He really
Skraby.
has. He's been great.
Mizorowski's good, but you know what? Mizorowski will probably get a tummy ache and have to come out of the game.
He's going to have a cramp in his quad.
Whatever. These guys are such babies. I know it's easy for me to say because I don't have the cramp, but
I mean, cramps do hurt, but you're
make up a better
athlete.
reason. Make the guy look like he's just whatever. He's
give me elbow soreness and then have him come right back.
Right. I mean, he's got a cramp. Am I kidding me?
My quad hurts.
Hey, what are you going to come out tonight with a sore tooth? I mean,
hey, those things hurt, man.
That's true.
Rory McIlroy withdrew from a tournament one time with a sore tooth, even though everybody knows it was because he was playing terrible.
No, teeth are no
Teeth are
joking
bad.
matter.
Teeth are bad.
I'm going to take Cease over the wimpy Mizorowski in strikeouts.
Mizorowski has been getting so much press. He even
throws 103 every pitch. How? I don't know. Look at the guy.
He does.
He's a string bean. Has he ever lifted a weight?
I'm not sure. He should try.
How he buggy whips that
frame
ball in there, I don't know.
But he's getting articles like, this is the hardest throwing starter we're ever going to see.
I don't know about ever. There's no ever with these guys.
I'm going to go
Keep getting
Mizorowski.
faster. You're going to take Mizorowski.
He's going to have 13 Ks and then he's going to come out with a cramp. My fingers hurt.
Oh my God! His shoes might be on too tight. He might have to take him out in the first inning. These guys, everything's got to be perfect. Hat's a little tight tonight, Coach. You're out. Sorry. All right, here's an interesting one for you, Skrabe. Let's see how much kind of faith you have. Shohei Ohtani minus 1.5 over Fernando Tatis Jr. We're talking runs plus hits plus RBIs. Tonight's game. Ohtani. Fernando. I mean, Fernando hits a home run, he'd win the bet right there.
Yep.
Problem is, he's. People might be aware Fernando hasn't homered in a while, so I think I'll mention that. Ohtani minus 1.5.
I hate to do this, but Fernando's showing me nothing that he could win this bet, so I'm going to go Ohtani.
I am too. Sorry, Fernando. I mean,
you got to show
it. We can have faith in you at the moment. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. Should be a good series. I don't know if it'll be as good as the game was last night. It was a great game, double OT. But tonight, the Knicks open it up with Cleveland. Game 1, Madison Square Garden, Knicks by 6.5. That's a lot for a playoff game. Game 1. The Knicks, though, have been winning a lot of these playoff games by 30 points.
I was just about to say, all these games are big spreads.
Crazy.
Or big point spreads.
I think I'm going to take the Knicks have been resting. That's what worries me. I'm going to take Cleveland. Teams are always just enough rusty when they sit out extra time. So I'm going to bet on that. Cleveland plus the points for me. How about you? Knickerbockers. He says, don't worry about it. Who scores more points? They both have the same odds. Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson? Had the funny line today, and I don't mean to knock anybody that has the same hairstyle, but one of the guys I play golf with, I'm not going to out which guy it was, but he goes, I don't really like Jalen Brunson. I go, why? He goes, I can't stand his hairstyle.
Interesting.
I thought it was
I
interesting
can't even
too.
think about what Jalen
But
Brunson has.
here's the funny thing. I said the same kind of thing the other day about the baseball players wearing the rec specs. Like it
Yes,
just
you
bugs me.
did.
I don't know why it bugs me. And evidently, Jalen Brunson's hairstyle bugs this guy.
I'm
So
looking
he's not
for
a fan.
Jalen Brunson hairstyle.
He's not a fan of Jalen Brunson's hair. I'm sure there's other people listening to the show right now who probably have the same hairstyle. So I don't want to be too critical of it.
I don't really
but-
have an opinion on people's hairstyle. The only opinion I have is that guy who played for Houston way back when against the Aztecs in the tournament, who had the little ponytail.
He was a little, and he hit the winning shot too.
Yeah,
at the end of the game.
He was his haircut.
I don't know who you
was
mean.
one of the worst things I've ever seen.
University of Houston.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they beat the Aztecs in the first round of the NCAA. This guy had the weird hairdo.
You did say about the rec specs though. You were not a fan.
No, if Jalen Brunson put rec specs on, woohoo, boy, that'd be all over.
What
be all she
I mean,
wrote.
we need to get Fernando. Some people are blaming Skechers now because he is not cool with Skechers, so he's not hitting home runs.
I think somebody brought it up on the tweet the other night, said maybe they got to check his eyesight.
That's
It's
what I'm
not
saying.
a stupid thing.
Put some rec specs on, get him some cool looking Skechers, and he's back.
If he puts rec specs on tonight and goes yard, that'll change the world.
Would be amazing. This would be amazing.
If Fernando comes up, Fernando couldn't wear rec specs because Fernando, I think, and not necessarily in a negative way, but I think Fernando really cares about his appearance that way. Like he doesn't think that would be cool.
No, I get it. I mean,
You know?
you're not. I get what you're saying. You're not.
You
saying
have to
he's vain, but he doesn't want to wear.
He's a little
rec
vain.
specs.
I'm
not saying that.
To me, that the guys that wear the rec specs, you just kind of give up the fact that you're going to be cool because I just don't think you can be cool.
You know what?
With the rec specs,
being cool is not as cool as being good at your job.
I don't. Yeah, hey, Aaron Ashby of the Brewers is uncool with the rec specs. He's also 8-0, so I don't think anybody minds.
Did Horace Grant wear rec specs? I think he may have.
He really wore goggles.
Yeah, the original.
No, the original goggle. Yeah, those are Horace. The original goggles was Kareem. Kareem just got tired of getting poked in the eye. James Worthy followed with the goggles, and a lot of the NBA big men did the goggles in those days because they got tired of getting hit in the eyes.
No wonder Michael Jordan wouldn't let him eat.
Horace, but I don't know if those are rec specs.
No, those are definitely goggles.
Those look like he could go for a swim at halftime, don't they?
They relate to people.
Yeah.
Or he's going to go be a barnstormer.
Where did Horace Grant go? He's taking some laps in the pool. He'll be right back.
Everybody Google Horace Grant rec specs. It's
He
hilarious.
had some funny goggles. All right, who you going with after all that? Mitchell or Brunson scoring?
I'll go Brunson.
Brunson, since you picked the Knicks. I'm going to go Brunson, too. Just he's so good. All right, this is a fun one real quick. James Harden, more field goals or more turnovers?
Ooh.
We talked about this last week. He's done this 45 times in his career in the playoffs, had more turnovers than baskets made. Like he's the all-time leader in that distinction. So I'll take turnovers. It sounds weird, but Harden does not take care of the ball a lot.
I'll go field goals.
You'll go field goals?
On the other side.
All right, we'll take a break. We got more Gwynn and Chris. We have a potpourri coming up segment. Those are a lot of fun always because we're never quite sure where we're headed. But one of the areas we are headed is to an NFL wide receiver, a really good one, who is right as we speak at this moment sitting in jail.
In the clink.
And he's not getting out for more than a month. Who is it? We'll find out. You can probably guess if you are a semi-intelligent follower of NFL football, but the rest of you, we'll tell you when we come back.
Is your
8:40 the time, I'll guess, on the program. Join us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It's better. That's for guests. Not having a guest right now. Instead, we're going to do a little thing we like to call sports potpourri. And Skraby's going to start it off. After we check some traffic, we'll let you know who the NFL wide receiver is that is right now sitting in a jail cell.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
The 5 southbound heavy from La Jolla past Petco Park to Chula Vista. There was a game, 645. A crash on the 15 southbound past the 52 with traffic backed up a few miles. I'm Tiffany Witz from San Diego Traffic.
This traffic report is brought to you by Frozen Ropes Baseball and Softball Training Facilities. Register for Frozen Ropes Baseball Summer League with 8 games and 8 practices for ages 6 to 12 at SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. That's SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com.
All right. Before we tell you about the football player, we will in just 1 second. If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla. For dining or takeout options, visit spiroscuisine.com. You know when you have a sneeze and you're about to sneeze and you can't stop?
I've been doing this show over the years long enough to have definitely had that happen to me. Right in mid-sentence.
Yeah. I think it's passing.
There's a thing called the cough button. This is the off button there.
Oh yeah, I know. No,
I don't ever use it.
Oh.
And I don't think I have ever used it, to your dismay, because sometimes I'll just go and you're like, Chris, use the cough button.
Yeah.
And I don't do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right.
I've worked with a few announcers over the years. I'm not going to name names. They use the cough button almost after every 2 minutes.
I have,
always using the cough button.
I've worked with a broadcaster, not going to name names, that turns off their mic every 5 seconds and then turns on their mic, even though you can still hear it in the other mic, because it's like, okay, Chris, everybody can still hear it.
I heard that. Okay, you just tell who it is. It's Dave Marcus.
It is Dave Marcus. You knew it. I knew it.
We all knew it, so might as well just say it.
All right, let's get into the
Poor Dave. Dave's taking strays. He's not even here.
The news of the day. Now,
I bet you most of you got the wide receiver that's in jail. Think about it. Like, there's one wide receiver that if there was a wide receiver who's going to be jailed, this would be the guy. Seems to me.
Man, you're really going heavy
wrong?
in the paint.
Am I wrong?
There's a couple guys.
Who else would
Honestly,
you put in? All right, give me a couple of guys that are in the running that it's not.
A wide receiver. If you were to say which wide receiver got arrested today, he would be on the list just because of his priors.
The guy that is? Or would you put Tyreek Hill on there?
Oh, I just admitted it. It's Rashee Rice from the Chiefs.
But
Would I put Tyreek? Yeah,
Tyreek would be a possibility. How about Stephon Diggs? Always seems like he's in trouble.
Even though he just got, it was proven that he didn't do anything to this woman and she accused him anyway.
But he still seems like he's in hot water a lot. But the answer is Rashee Rice.
Yes, Rashee Rice. He has apparently failed he's violated his probation by testing positive for marijuana, and he has been ordered to serve 30 days in jail, and he's going to be released from custody on June 16th, 2026. Now, you may ask, how did this happen? There's not many details, but
what do you mean what happened? He's not allowed to smoke pot, and he tested positive for smoking pot.
Which is also
that's not even a question of how this happened. That's how it happened.
In the NFL, here's my thing with this whole issue. Are the Chiefs going to continue to enable him? Because at this point, I think they are enabling him. He's now in jail, missing OTAs and voluntary activities.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be on the straight and narrow. He's supposed to be just keeping his head down. Now, is smoking weed the worst thing in the world? Absolutely not. But is it against his probation? Yes, which means you cannot do that. So I have no issues with him going to jail, but I need the Chiefs to take a stand.
Stop enabling him.
Once and for all.
I'm with you, Skraby, 100%. I would have gotten rid of Rashee Rice a long, long time ago. And I know that everybody deserves a second chance. You know what? He had a second chance. the night that he drove 119 miles an hour and caused a pileup that led to injuries of lots and lots of motorists. He had a second chance right then and there to right the wrong, but he fled the scene. He didn't even stay around. He hit and he ran. And only after, time went by and they had film of, on camera that it was him doing it, then the mea culpa. Oh, I'm so sorry. I messed up. Dude, you only messed up when we caught you. And this is not the kind of person I want with my organization. Go let him play for somebody else. But we know how the Chiefs are, man. They enable guys all the time. They've been doing it for years and years. They signed, Kareem Hunt after everything that he's been through. I guess it's good for Kareem Hunt that he got another opportunity in some ways, but when do we finally hold these people accountable for the mistakes they make? I
think everything is a case.
And you're right. You're right. The smoking pot isn't bad, but you know what? Guess what? It makes you pretty stupid if the cut and dry rules of her probation say you can't smoke pot. Why don't you just walk up to the police and say, "Hi, I'm turning myself in. I'm stupid." Because he smoked pot and he got caught. And now he's in jail. And the Chiefs can't wait, I'm sure, for him to get out, although they haven't made a statement yet.
They haven't, but there's going to be a point where they're like, all right, this guy is causing way too much stuff off the field. I also want to,
Really? You really think so? Deshaun Watson is about to be the starting quarterback in Cleveland this year.
We're not talking about Cleveland.
These teams have no shame when it comes to winning games. You know it, and I know it, and they prove it over and over and over again, and that includes the Dolphins, who enable Tyreek Hill. So I'm not picking on other teams. I'm picking on my own as well.
I think that people should
the way it is.
It's a case-by-case basis for me. As if people get second chances, if you kill someone, you're not getting a second chance. Henry Ruggs, I'm sorry, you should never play in the NFL. I'm not sorry. You should never play in the NFL.
How long
again.
does Jaylen Brown get to keep playing for the Eagles? He did the exact same thing.
Jaylen Brown.
Not Jaylen Brown.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. He did the exact same thing at Georgia. He mea culpa. I'll never do anything again. He spit on a guy. It's okay. I know it's a tiny thing in your mind, but enough already. Isn't there somebody else who can play defensive tackle who's not a schmuck? This is my thinking.
How many times can he sack the quarterback?
You're right. Well, what did we say yesterday about Mike Vrabel versus Urban Meyer when we were talking about Urban Meyer being, tossed away to the trash for
whatever reason? Mike
lady sitting on a girl, 19-year girl sitting on his lap while his team was flying home from a game. That's the lasting memory of Urban Meyer. That and he was 2-11.
Last thing, Josh Lambo.
Okay, that too, but that still is not any worse than Mike Vrabel, the embarrassment he's caused to his family and the Patriots. But he was in the Super Bowl last year, so they stand behind him.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens with this whole thing. So we will definitely keep you up to date on what's happening with this.
I feel like we're picking too hard on Rashee Rice in some people's minds out there. But
I also want to say that
he is a bit of a poster boy for what we're talking about right now. He said he had his whole life together. He said he learned from all this. It was not, and okay. And what you said is right. Smoking some pot is hardly a terrible thing. But you do get to a point where you say, well, how much problem is this guy going to be? And now he's in jail because of it. So.
I will push back against the people. I know we're being hard on him, but he's in the news. I push back against those people because when you accept the job of being a professional athlete, you put yourself on a pedestal, and what you do will come back and hurt you.
Well, you're going to be
things.
criticized. I know the old people throw stones thing, and I'm certainly far from perfect. So are you. So I get it all, but Rashee Rice, I've had enough.
All right, let's move on to our next story because we got more. You were going to talk about one.
Well, this is really a crazy one. I don't know if anyone saw this, but the Champions League in England, that is the next league below the Premier League, right? So you play in the Premier League, there's 20 teams or something, and if you come in last or near the bottom, they relegate you down. And one of the teams relegated down last year was Southampton. Southampton want to get right back in the Premier League. The way you do that is you win the Champions League, and then you get brought back up. Southampton beat Middlesbrough in the semifinals last week to advance to the championship against Hull City. On Saturday, the winner goes back into the Premier League. Except for Southampton has been kicked out of the league. Why? Because they've been found to be spying on their opponents.
Whoa.
Bill Belichick, evidently now working for Southampton in the English Champions League. This is not just the Patriots, evidently. Here's the difference. They did not even penalize the Patriots for Belichick's transgression. What did they do to them?
They got rid of draft picks.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they fined them.
They didn't kick them out of the league, did they?
No.
Southampton's out of the league. Like, their victory over Middlesbrough has been turned around. Middlesbrough gets to play for a spot in the Premier League now. Southampton is done and done. They're gonna appeal, but subject to that appeal, like, Southampton is like dirt. They're nothing.
Actually, the Patriots got it was a pretty heavy penalty. $500,000 fine to Bill Belichick himself. $250,000 fine for the Patriots, and they were docked their first-round pick.
Can I just ask a question? Somebody out there is smarter about soccer than me will answer. What the hell can you even learn by spying on a soccer practice? What plays are they putting in that have never been run before that are going to turn the whole game around?
You know that there's something to spy on.
Anyway.
Someone said you're wrong about this. The league is called the EFL Championship. I'm not sure. So.
Okay, it's the EFL Champions League. Yeah, okay. It's the one below the Premier League.
Okay.
If I said the name of the league wrong, I apologize. But it's basically the Champions League, which is a level below the Premier League. Yes, the EFL.
It would be nice to relegate some American sports, but it's just not possible, obviously, with the way things are set up. But I would like to do it. I would like to do it.
I love this. I love the fact that Southampton has just basically been kicked out of the thing. I mean, I would have loved to see the Patriots kicked out of football for a couple of years.
A lot of
this
people.
kind of crap.
Yeah, that would be hard to do, though, because then you're just, forfeiting all the Patriots games?
By the way, Southampton's not the only team. In 2019, the EFL fined Leeds. Leeds is another team. $260,000 for spying on a training session of opponent they were coming up to play. Can't anybody just not cheat anymore?
No, what are you talking about? If you're not cheating, you're not trying, right?
I'm dreaming, I know.
Right?
I'm dreaming.
Real quick, Ben Simmons has a new career, Chris. Have you seen this?
Wait, is he is he getting paid for what, taking a nap?
No.
Because that would seem to be kind of his speed.
No. He has an ownership stake in the Walker's K SFC Blue Marlin Open, or I'm sorry.
What is that?
The South Florida Sales Angling Club. He has an ownership stake in that, and they won the Walker's K SFC Blue Marlin Open in the Bahamas. So now Ben Simmons is the king of the fishing world at the moment because he put together the team.
I got to be honest with you, fishing is perfect for Ben Simmons. You don't have to move a muscle.
I've always thought,
put your chair down, sit down, flip your line out there. I know there's some fishermen who work their butts off.
I wanted
get
to
it
ask,
out there, but
how do you become a professional fisherman? You can't attract bigger fish.
I think there are.
I guess you know where to go.
Tournaments. Yeah, there's tournaments for fishing.
But what if I were in the tournament and I could catch the bigger fish than that guy?
Well, you'd have to probably qualify to get in, and then whoever catches the biggest fish would win. I guess if you won a few of those, you'd move up the ladder a little bit and to where they'd have like a fishing championship, and it would come down to how much weight you catch. They have tournaments. But I just think Ben Simmons is a perfect guy for fishing.
I don't even think he is fishing.
The basic requirement for fishing, as I can tell, is that you have a butt and you can sit down on
You're making some wild.
Sorry, all the fishermen. I know you guys
Chris
work
versus
hard.
fans next. 833-288-0973.
So last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this.
if you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ Lacita.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport. Because, again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college
them
kids,
to,
That's who she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to my head, like, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so, yeah.
That was your thought process? The Bahamas are an international flight, I believe.
This is almost equal to the fact that North Dakota borders Canada.
I think it does equal that, Skrabe.
Actually, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I forgot about it too, buddy.
Right. So for whatever reason, I did not bring my passport. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my stomach, you have your sinking feeling. And I'm like, what? Never do that. Yeah, thank you. And I was like, oh no, I don't have my passport. Here's my second thought, guys. If I just quietly call Lori, because the flight wasn't until 10 o'clock. You got some extra time. So I said, if I call Lori and just have her bring my passport down to the airport, I'll be able to get away with this without everybody knowing that I blew it. Because that isn't a factor here. You don't want to be embarrassed. So she's in the back checking the players, passport situation out. And I'm having this argument with myself. Oh no, what do I do? And so my first thing is I'll call Lori and I'll just say, hey, can you, I blew it. I forgot my passport. Can you meet me down at the airport? And then I thought, we live 25 minutes from the airport. Lori is not going to be happy.
Nope.
Getting my passport and driving it down there.
Because the airport is really easy to access these days.
And never easy to access, exactly. So I had a quick discussion with myself, and it was either A, it's time for me to embarrass myself in front of the team, or I'm going to have to ask Lori to drive to the airport. I chose the first one. So I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot my passport. I don't have it. And Stacey Terry Hudson looked at me and like, what? Like you? And she wasn't mean about it. She was just like so surprised. And as I was, and everybody's like, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I live, literally 10 minutes from the school. And I said, I'm going to call Lori right now. Is there any way we can just hold up for 10 minutes?
What?
That's all. It was either that or make Lori drive down, Skrabe. You got to understand my options here. They're very limited.
I get it, but I think your mistake means that you have to
do the hard one.
Yeah, you have to deal with the hard part.
I agree. Well, this didn't turn out a whole lot better. Amy, it's her first year on the job, but she's a very nice gal, so I don't have any really, I don't have any cachet with her yet. And she's like, looking at her watch, looking at Coach Stacey Terry. She's like, 10 minutes, because that can be a little...
That's stressful.
Well, it's stressful. And she doesn't care. Her job is to get everybody on that damn plane.
Right. And a lot of times what we don't know, the traveling party doesn't know, is they've already called ahead and talked. They have a travel agent that's going to kind of expedite the process a little bit. And if they mess up that contact, then everybody's messed up.
So everything is thrown asunder if you got to wait 10 minutes. And but I'm on the phone with Lori, and Lori's like, well, I'm not going to the airport. There's no way. She's like, you tell them that I'll be there in 10 minutes.
You tell them.
And I will give Lori a lot of credit. She, while this discussion was going on, found the passport and was already in the car.
Whoa.
So I give her a ton of credit. She didn't wait for... okay, go get the passport and hurry up.
Because she knew she wasn't going to the airport. So
she knew she wasn't going to the airport. Exactly, Tony.
She's like, I'm in the car.
She did. She said, I'm in the car. So I told, Amy, and I got Lori on the phone. I'm telling Amy and Coach, I'm like, she's on her way. And I said, I drive this all the time. It really is 10 minutes. And they're like, all right, 10 minutes. So last night the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. You know, if you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So
During the break from the fine fishermen and women out there, I think people would like to fire a hook into the side of your mouth right now. You better defend yourself, sir.
No. Space Lab 619 has been very nice. They just said they didn't think that I would catch one fish, let alone the biggest fish.
Oh, when you claimed that you could be in a contest and beat any of these people.
I did catch 100+ pound halibut in Alaska, and I have the pictures. It was such a big fish, Chris, that random people were standing next to the fish taking a picture with it.
All right.
It took me 45 minutes to get this fish into the boat. 45 minutes.
I'm proud of your stick-to-itiveness.
Other than that, I do not fish.
And as somebody who's caught a 100-pound fish, I think you now have every right to say that you can contend even with the best fishermen out there.
See, that's the thing. I guess I just don't understand how professional fishermen are like, oh yeah, this next fish I'm going to catch, he's going to be huge.
Well, there's something. Look, man, people who fish for a living and I
have instincts.
Look, let me tell you something. Pete Gray does the morning show here on the weekend. Let's Talk Hookup.
Yep,
he's a legend. All right, Pete's a legend. If you're out there, Pete, man, I did his sports updates for him like 20 years ago, and that was like how I started in the business, coming in on Saturday morning with Let's Talk Hookup. And Pete Gray doing a sports update. So I understand, man. These guys have great instincts. They know what they're doing. They know how to, for some reason, attract the fish and get the biggest ones. So I do think there's definitely something to it. The bottom line, though, for me, I don't know what it is. Because when I used to go, I've been on a couple of the half-day boats out here. You can pay a few bucks, go out for 7 hours, 3 or 4 hours.
More than a few bucks, but yes.
Right. All right. You pay. I said a few bucks. Right. You go out there for 3 or 4 hours. They give you some of the equipment. You bring your own stuff.
My dad does this all the time.
Right. Okay. And then I've been twice, I think, on those, and I don't think I've caught a fish either time. Like a fish, not one. And I do think it's probably because I'm just way too impatient. Like I fired the line in
how
there.
long are you sitting with this line?
It dangles. I'm like, that's it. So, but yeah, I do respect, people out there. And I was tongue in cheek making fun of Ben Simmons and the fact that he's now a fisherman owner. And because of his laziness, it just seems like it would be a good fit.
I get it.
It was a tongue in cheek. It wasn't meant to, make fun of all fishermen. I know you guys work your butts off.
And there's a lot of fisher people,
guys
here.
And girls, and gals. So, all right.
Trying to find. Go ahead. I'm going to try to.
You know what my least favorite thing about fishing is?
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. 100%.
Touching the fish.
That's up there.
I don't like touching the fish.
That's up there. And so along those same lines, it's touching the little salamander that you try to hook onto
like the little minnow.
Right. And then you touch and the eye comes off.
Okay.
Like I can't handle that.
That is weird.
I can't handle that. And it happens all the time. And then there's some people that just roughhouse handle the thing like, and they smush the thing. I'm like even though this minnow is not alive, I'm still being careful with it. You know what I mean? Like so I wasn't made to be a fisher.
Have you ever heard of noodling?
No. Is that a fisher?
Yeah. Noodling. I don't know exactly, but it's people like in the South, they'll go into these mud like pits, I guess, with water, obviously. And there's a catfish in there and they go and they put their arm in the mud and they search around for the catfish, and then they find the catfish, and they pull the catfish out on their arm from the mud. So their arm is fully in the catfish.
Oh.
It is crazy. Noodling is crazy.
Sounds like you're not using your noodle to do that exercise.
Someone says you need to eat a tuna sandwich before you go out fishing. So you attract the fish?
That would help, they say. If it would help, I would try it. All right, let's get to some Chris versus the fans. Hopefully there will be no fishing trivia today.
No fishing trivia.
Okay.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Still looking for this fish picture. I'm going back quite far in my Rolodex, but I will find it. I promise. You will be qualified if you win today a shot at the grand prize, a $500 gift card to Westgate, Las Vegas, the home of legendary Vegas fun. Now offering the breakaway from fees package, including a $75 daily dining credit, 2-day spa passes, daily cabaret tickets, complimentary valet parking, and $0 resort fees. Special rates starting at $89 a night. Book now at westgatelasvegas.com. Now, on the other side, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you are eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you will get that question for free today. All right, I'm going to have to look for the fish picture later.
I'm down with that.
You're down with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to our first contestant, Mackenzie. Hello, Mackenzie.
Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good luck to you today, Mackenzie.
You ready to play?
Well, thank you. Yes, I'd like to let you know I'm a first-time player.
First-time player.
You know, you get bonus points for saying it that way. I don't know what that actually amounts to, but we appreciate it.
Yes.
So, all right, on to the second question.
Yes, here we go. I have better second questions, I think, than I did yesterday.
Yeah,
so here we go. Let's do this. What Padre has hit the most home runs at home so far this season?
Home runs here at Petco Park.
Which Padre had the most home runs at Petco Park
so far this year?
I'm gonna
have to say that I've heard a lot of holy sheets.
I've heard that.
I'm gonna go with Gavin Sheets.
Okay, I mean it's a good guess, but he's hit most of them on the road, unfortunately.
So he's hit more of them on the road then, huh?
Yeah.
Oh no. Xander.
Wow. I thought you may have got it. Ramon Laureano has 4 home runs this year.
Okay, well,
has he hit? How many does he have on the season?
5.
Okay, so he's hit 1 on the road.
Yeah, and he hasn't hit anything for a while.
That is true.
That's why he's on the bench tonight again.
All right, we are to the third and final
good
question.
For you. Yeah, Mackenzie, you moved to the
finals. Here we go. I went deep into the stat archives for this one. Since 2021, which Padre hitter has walked the most?
Oh, brother.
I feel like this is an okay question because we all watch. Which Padre hitter has walked the most since 2021?
Since 2021. I would have to say Soto. He walked a bunch of names here.
Soto.
Okay. That's thinking outside the box.
Let's definitely say it's outside the box. But
Stay
I don't
there.
know that he'd have the
Stay
most.
there.
I'm just gonna. It's got. It's too obvious to answer this guy. I'm just going with Fernando. I mean, I think he's walked the most
since 2021.
That's what I'm going with.
Wow. Nice
Mackenzie,
job,
you ended up winning.
Stay there.
Your first game. Good for you. Who was
Joseph got it on the chat. Jake Cronenworth.
Really?
319 walks since 2021. Manny is number 2 at 299.
You are you're going all out. You're going all out.
I really didn't expect you to get that one because it doesn't seem like Jake Cronenworth has walked the most in the past 5 years.
Well, I'd be honest with you right now. I didn't even think Jake Cronenworth's on the team. Where is Jake Cronenworth, by the way? How long does the 7-day concussion IL last?
I'm not sure.
It's been at least a month.
I'm not sure.
The
7-day concussion, it's supposed to be 7 days.
Well, I mean, I would think I would think that somebody somewhere would ask somebody, how's Jake doing, by the way? Right?
Yeah.
Like, is he okay?
Oh, here's the.
Do you know? I mean, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just trying to say, why hasn't anybody said, hey, how's Jake Cronenworth? I mean, the guy was really hurting with concussions. Wouldn't there be some sort of update given? I mean, it's been a month.
Here's a quick note that
so.
I just found. Apparently, Craig Stammen said that he was talking about how the NFL, they deal with concussions very seriously, and they're taking things very seriously with their infielder. I mean, I'm not going to doubt them. If he's got something going on with his head, then stay out as long as you need to.
Okay,
because that's more important.
I don't disagree with you, but God, it's actually been 15 days, so it's been 2 weeks since he played. I mean, there's something
you
just
didn't want
not...
him in the lineup to begin with.
Okay, let's go back. Let's get this accurate. You're putting some words in my mouth. They're not all wrong. But okay. Here's the deal. I felt like Jake Cronenworth, the way he was playing, it was time for him to go on an injured list somewhere.
Yes,
just so he could reset.
Yes.
We're not sending Jake to the minor leagues.
Correct.
Okay? It's Jake Cronenworth. He's going to have to be treated better than that. But I felt you put him on an injured list somewhere and, you let him figure it out. Because what's his batting average currently? 144. So you put him on the injured list. You say, hey, he's got a tweak somewhere. We'll see him in another 10 days. Well, about when I said that, they put him on the concussion list.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, okay, did he really have a concussion? And everybody said he did. He said he did. He said he had some issues and some, he was kind of going up one day, down the next day, wasn't sure, didn't want to say anything. Finally, he said something. And so we all say, okay, it's what he says. I'm not going to call him a liar. So he says he's having problems with that. Fine. So we put him on the 7-day IL. But we haven't heard his name mentioned since then. Like, it's been 2 weeks and no one has said, until what you just told me right now, that we're taking it very seriously and we're being very careful with this. A lot of people, concussions are tricky. I get it. But a lot of people have a concussion and for whatever reason, 2 or 3 days later, they're right back in there and everything seems fine. So if this is truly a concussion that has lingered now for 3 weeks, because he's been out for 2 weeks, and remember, he got hit actually a week before he went out.
Mm-hmm.
So if this concussion has been lingering for 3 weeks, then color me officially concerned about the well-being of Jake Cronenworth. This is a pretty serious deal. And nobody's talking about it like that. Everybody's just saying, well, we'll be back when he's back. I'm hoping that they're just not ready to bring him back because he hasn't found his swing yet and he doesn't feel comfortable coming back. And when he is, hopefully he'll come back. But the other possibility is that he's really hurting with this concussion. But if he is, Skraby, is it time not to be just a tad concerned?
Well, I think that
3 weeks is a long time.
I think that you're saying that they're not talking about him at all, but like they have asked about him in small questions, like how's Jake doing? They say
I read
Jake's
the paper every day, and I mean I'm not.
But that
saying,
doesn't mean that
just a minute. I'm not saying Kevin Acey's the sole authority, but it just seems like there would be some sort of Jake update somewhere. I would have seen.
I will also tell you this. I was there at the game where he got hit in the face, and I know that it glanced off his face, but I will never forget the sound that made.
But I'm not disagreeing with you, but it couldn't have been that bad because it took a week for anybody to even react and do anything about it, him included.
I'm not a neurologist.
So. All right. It took a week for anybody to get to the point where he needed to tell somebody. And now all of a sudden it's been 2 more weeks.
I don't know what you're trying to get at.
I'm trying to get at, I want honesty. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I would find it more crazy if they put him on the but putting him on the concussion IL seems like there's a specific reason. If he was just getting a breather, wouldn't they just throw him on the IL, say he's got a sore back?
I don't know. What I'm saying is if he's hurting with a concussion 3 weeks after the fact, I would like to be made aware of the fact that Jake Cronenworth is still going through some serious issues with this concussion. And since nobody's saying that, I'm starting to wonder just why is he still on the concussion list? So that's where I'm going with it. I don't know why that's so hard for you to understand.
I'm trying to phrase this correctly, but I do not believe they would lie about Jake Cronenworth's concussion or fib or put him on the IL and say he has a concussion. I don't believe that.
It's not okay, but you don't have a problem not believing that the Dodgers Glasnow's back hurts, do you?
I've always been on that side. I was the guy who said, "Oh, my back." That's what he yelled during the game.
Okay, so
I know that things happen like this, but I don't think a specific concussion IL is the way teams go.
Perfect. And if that is the case, if Jake Cronenworth is still having concussion symptoms after 3 weeks since getting hit by that pitch, I am pretty concerned about Jake, the person, at this point. And I don't really care if he comes back, but I want to be told. Jake Cronenworth's a guy in our club. He's been a guy, a contributing member to this ball club for half a decade. I think if he's still having headaches 3 weeks after the fact, wouldn't hurt my feelings if somebody came out and said, "Hey, Jake Cronenworth could use a little support right now. He's having headaches. He's not coming out of this at the moment." Not hearing anyone say that. We're just assuming he's fine. He's on the concussion list and everything's just hunky-dory. So what is it?
I think it's time to go to break.
We will.
For the most
So buzzing in the NBA about that game last night. Great double overtime thriller. Spurs over OKC. I got something that NBA fans will be buzzing about. A big-name coach has just been fired. We will tell you who in a moment. 4:23 is the time. Chris Ello, Mr. Skraby, here on the Bill House Studios, where we know how. And Padres and Dodgers, game 2 of the series. By the way, the win last night, the 19th game this year already that the Padres have played and decided by 1 or 2 runs. It should come as no surprise to anybody that they are Major League best 14-5 in those 19 games. They win most of the close ones. And you got a good bullpen, you tend to do that.
Yes.
So they got it done last night. We'll see about game 2 tonight. Jason Kidd was fired moments ago by
That's
the
shocking.
Dallas Mavericks. After, it's not necessarily that shocking when you consider the disaster that the Mavericks have been basically ever since Mark Cuban got out of there.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, that
Does seem like
seems
it's
to be
gone
the
that
line
way.
of demarcation.
It's because they got owners that don't really care about how the basketball team is run.
Well,
just
they had
want
a
the
general
money.
manager that traded Luka and basically alienated the entire fan base by doing so. It didn't get any better when they picked up Anthony Davis in return for Luka and then promptly traded him.
Yep.
I don't know how that was Jason Kidd's fault, but apparently it is. Here's where I would maybe step in if I were an owner that didn't care. Jason Kidd has been fired despite the fact he has 4 years and $40 million remaining on his contract.
Yeah, that's bad.
So if you're an owner and you don't care, let's say you're an owner and don't care. Like, I'm just going to be the Mavericks owner and I don't care. I could care less. This is the kind of thing that would get my attention. Like,
Yes.
wait, what? You're just telling me that I have to pay $40 million to somebody who's not going to even work for me?
This is like throwing money out the window.
These are mistakes that general managers around all sports make. The leader in this department are not even NBA teams. The leader in this department is stupid SEC college football coaching teams who continue to hire these coaches with insane salaries.
Yes.
And then fire them a year or two later.
Yep.
I don't know how many. I mean, we can go through the whole Lane Kiffin world of Lane Kiffin. I don't even know who he's the coach of anymore, honestly. Is it LSU now? Yeah, he's changed so many times. But the thing is he's coach of LSU, but he's probably still gets paid at like 12 other places.
He definitely still gets paid from Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's the thing that's just that is stupidity upon stupidity. But this is right up there. Dallas Mavericks, a really bad organization. They got a great player last year, Cooper Flagg, but that's pretty much all they have. And Jason Kidd, who's considered to be one of the better coaches in the NBA, is looking for a job.
I think he took some heat during the season for playing Cooper Flagg at the point guard position, and so maybe there was some internal stuff happening between Jason Kidd and.
I just think the Dallas Mavericks are stupid. I just do. I mean, come on, the Luka thing, Nico Harrison, he was fired. New guy comes in. What happens when new guy comes in? They want their own coach.
Yep. Always.
Every time.
Always.
Every time.
Sometimes an owner can be like, hey, no, because we still owe 4 years and $40 million. So you're going to find a way.
$40 million.
You're going to find a way to get along with this
I'm
guy.
assuming Jason Kidd gets all $40 million. I
would think
or
so.
most of it.
I would think so.
Just think about the crazy world that we don't live in that's out there. Guy like Jason Kidd is just this guy's a good guy, good player, great coach, Hall of Fame type player, the whole thing. But imagine for just waking up in the morning, wherever he is, on a golf course, on a beach, on a private jet, he's making, oh my goodness, $1 million a month practically.
I don't even want to think about it.
You know what I mean? Like it's like we say this because it's kind of whatever. If I had $1 million, I know it's not what it used to be. So let's just say $2 million. If somebody gave you $2 million, it'd be life changing. It would change everything for you, your family, everybody you know. Jason Kidd is among the people that has that 20 times over.
Yep. And he already had money from his playing career, too.
I know he had enough money to begin with.
It would be nice if someone would pay me to get fired. I would be okay with that. Does Odyssey want to pay to get rid of me?
Yeah, you know what? You should call the fishing champion, Ben Simmons. He'll tell you how to make money without doing anything.
Well, Ben Simmons,
that guy was the king of it. How much money did he make?
Money. Like,
yeah,
I can't say 100 million, but definitely in the 50 million.
Yeah,
or
how much money
more.
did that guy make without ever playing? All right, Jason Kidd's out in Dallas.
Better for him.
By the way, did the Bulls have a coach? And then this is how, my team's. I don't follow my team anymore. I know the Bulls got the new GM. They don't have a coach, do they?
I don't know.
I know. I'm asking you. I should know myself.
I don't think so because we would have talked about it and we haven't.
Well,
so
how about bringing in Jason Kidd? You could do a whole lot worse if you're the Bulls trying to get yourself out of the doldrums.
If I'm Jason Kidd,
I'm not saying he'd want it.
Yeah, but would you want to get right back into it, or would you take some time?
I don't know. Don't know. Seems pretty enticing though to make $10 million a year for the next 4 years and not have to do a thing.
That's the dream, Chris. I wake up every morning thinking, "Hey,
I could pay whatever.
Today be the day I hit the lottery."
I could just go to Torrey Pines, and you could go to Torrey Pines, and we could just buy somebody's round from them. You know what I mean? You got the 8:00 tee time. You know what? I want it. Well, I ain't giving it to you. Yeah, you are. I'll give you $5,000 for it. Whatever. Okay, cheers. Do whatever the hell you want.
I'm just going to go stand at Torrey Pines and wait until someone gives me $5,000.
I'm just saying you can do whatever you want.
I'm just going to have my golf clubs on my back, acting like I'm about to tee off.
Whatever you want with that kind of money. Oh, my goodness gracious.
That would be nice.
All right, we got Big Five?
Yes, we do.
I don't know what's left.
We got Big Five.
We did a whole bunch of potpourri. We'll see what's remaining ahead of Dodger Padre. Gwynn and Chris continues. All right, 4:35. Welcome back. Big Five coming up. And after that, we got happy hour time. Then we got Sam Levitt pregame and Jesse Tony ball game. Game 2, Dodgers Padres. Padres currently a game up, or a half game up rather, in the National League West. Despite all the experts saying, how in the hell are they doing that? Why can't we just accept the fact that they're doing that? Right? Do you have to be in first place and then also, have all the bells and whistles that go along with the team that's in first place? Does it really matter?
I think it's
Do you know
just,
what I mean? To a lot of people, it seems like it does. Well, they don't look like a first place team. They're this, they're that, their run differential. I don't know.
think
They're
like
in
that.
first place. Last I checked. See what happens.
They also have top 3 wins in baseball, top 3 or 4 number of wins.
I don't know. The Braves won today over the Marlins.
I think the Braves are number 1 for
8-4 was the final there.
Let me see. They've won 29. So the Braves one more, and the Yankees have 29. And the Rays, so they're one of 4 teams to have 29 or more wins.
Got it. What are the Rays doing there? There's another surprise that everybody said can't do it.
Is it a surprise though? They seem like they do this all the time, but they've had some years off.
Well, I'll tell you what a surprise it is. The Rays were over like 100,000 to 1 to win the World Series. Now they're like 8 to 1.
Yeah.
So yes, they were supposed to not have any chance this year. 100,000 might be a little high, but you know what I'm saying? Like nobody was talking about the Rays going anywhere.
No, they're 31-15.
Yeah, they keep winning too. So, after a while, it stops being an accident that the Rays are always good. Right? Like I've always felt like, how do they do this enough? No, they're just kind of going to be good.
Yeah.
So get over it or get used to it.
Whatever they do, like it doesn't work for every single baseball team, but it works for them.
Yes, it does. All right, let's check some traffic and then hit to the Big Five, please.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Right through San Diego, extra tough with traffic on the 163 heavy getting onto the 805 and the 5 south tough past Petco and stretches all the way to Chula Vista. With San Diego traffic, I'm Tiffany Wickstrom.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Chris and I broadcasting live from the Bill House studios. We know how.
Before we get to the Big Five, I want to tell you, I meant to bring this up. I'm going to save it for the happy hour because I think it's a happy hour item.
Okay.
One of the golfers on the course that I played today, I already told you I was terrible. This had nothing to do with me being terrible. Well, a little bit it did in a roundabout way. But one of the golfers on the course, not in my group, did something that I'm still stunned by. And when they did it, they didn't even blink an eye. It was like normal behavior, except it wasn't. So I'm going to tell you what that was and then get your thoughts on this.
Interesting.
I think you might have lost
my marbles.
Yes. I really think you might have. The only reason I didn't is because I was so mad at how I was playing that I didn't really react. But the more I've thought about this, I'm like, can't believe this guy did that. So I'll tell you about it.
It could be any one of a million
I know.
things.
I'll tell you about it in the happy hour.
Number 5.
Remind me to tell you, because if we tend to do that and then forget.
Yeah, I know. Let me put it on my dry
I
erase
know,
board.
put it on the
Here we
erase
go.
board.
Chris Story is going on the board, and then we'll talk about number 5 because it's going to be about ABS. And now that we've seen ABS for nearly 50 games now, we're seeing some trends and tendencies for teams and specific players. For the Padres, only 3 fielders have challenged this season: Campusano, Fermin, and Duran. Campy has a 64% correct rate. Fermin has a 52% correct rate. And Duran, with only 6 challenges, has hit on 5 of them.
83%.
83%.
Including the biggest one of the year last night.
Yes.
Seriously, it was.
On average, according to Baseball Savant, 59% of fielder challenges this year have been overturned. So,
59% have been overturned?
Yeah.
So only 41% have been right.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is weird. Anyway, I say all that to ask this. Chris, can teams... I'm not going to ask my question. So Freddie Fermin, he's allowed to challenge. After seeing him miss so many of these pitches, do you say that you can't challenge anymore?
No, I don't tell Fermin that. I don't want any of my ball players to be handcuffed at any time. Don't think that leads to the best, relaxing play.
Yes.
But I also think that Fermin has to do a better job of picking his spots when to challenge. And we already talked about this earlier with Duran last night. There were pitches earlier in the game last night that he very well could have challenged, and they could have gone either way. And it just wasn't a big enough moment for him to challenge, so he didn't. And thank goodness he didn't, because if the Padres had lost their challenges by the 9th inning last night, I'm pretty sure they would have lost the game.
Maybe.
Because the count would have gone to 2-0 to Will Smith, and everything could have changed right there. But Duran had his challenge, went to the hip pocket. Man, he hit a big one there, and it changed the momentum of everything. And if you don't believe me, ask Dave Roberts.
He
basically said that after the game.
He did.
So the thing that bothers me with Fermin is that he'll challenge an 0-0 pitch in the top of the 2nd inning with nobody on base. Even if you're right, you've gained very little.
Yeah.
But if you're wrong, you've cost your team big time. So that is where Fermin has got to start figuring out. Not because 52%, you said his rate's not that bad, but it's when he challenges that bothers me. And I also have to talk to most of my hitters, not just the Padre hitters, but others on other teams. Stop being selfish. Unless the pitch is way out of the zone, you can't challenge as a hitter just because the ump rings you up. Kyle Tucker did that last night. Got rung up, challenged. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Like he was out from here to there.
It was a desperation
that's
challenge.
wasting a big challenge on the Dodgers side. You have to do a better job because these things are important to carry with you in the 8th and 9th innings. And people say, well, that's what they're there for. Yeah, but if you blow them early, it can be a disadvantage.
It can.
So,
interesting that the Padres have not had one pitcher challenge once this year, which means it's a team rule. You're not allowed to challenge if you're a pitcher. It's catcher only.
Yeah, maybe so. But the pitchers also have the worst look. So you don't see very many pitchers around baseball challenge at all.
No.
It's very, very small percentage.
Matthew Boyd that one time.
And they saw that win.
Yeah. My answer is similar to yours. You can't say no, don't do it. But Freddie Fermin has not been right on the balls at the top. And maybe he just tells himself, I'm not challenging balls at the top.
He's got to be careful because 52% is an okay rate, but it's not worth it.
It's below average?
Well, you said no. You said the average rate of success was 41%. You said 59% of the time the umps are right. That didn't sound right, but that's what you said.
Let me go back and get the exact thing just so we're talking
I'm
about
just saying, I think Fermin's percentage is okay, but there's no reason to challenge a 0-0 pitch with nobody on base in the 2nd inning. It's not even smart, even if you're right.
59% of fielders have overturns.
Okay, so the 59% is the is the you call for the challenge, you win.
Yes.
Okay.
So 59%.
So 52% is below that.
Below that. Overall, between hitters and fielders, 54%. Pretty even.
Yeah, the umps are good.
So,
we could have told you that before, though.
Yeah, so, Freddie, if you see one at the top of the zone,
just let it go. It doesn't matter.
Unless it's the bottom of the ninth and you need something.
No, if it can be the bottom of the fourth with the bases loaded and 2 out and you get the last out, that's a big deal. But it's not a big deal in the fourth inning with nobody on base and a 1-1 count. It just isn't.
You're right.
That's the difference.
4.
That is the difference. MLB.com released an all-MLB team through the first month and a half of the season, and the only Padre on this list was Mason Miller, but the DH kind of is a good debate. They chose Yordan Alvarez over Kyle Schwarber for first-team all-MLB DH. Alvarez obviously got off to a scorching start. He posted a 1.199 OPS with 12 homers in April, and Schwarber has been making May a pretty great month. He has hit 9 homers in his last 10 games, and he's tied the Phillies record for fastest 20 homers in a season. So I'm up first. Who is your first teamer so far?
Well, Alvarez isn't on your fantasy team. So
He's not, but here's what I'm going to say. Yordan Alvarez is hitting for average as well as hitting for power. And Kyle Schwarber, he's either going to hit for power or he's going to strike out or ground out or fly out. So I would have to say Yordan Alvarez has been better this year at the DH spot, even though Kyle Schwarber's hit 20 home runs. I mean, he's hitting 3-something Yordan Alvarez right now.
316 for Alvarez, 230 for Kyle Schwarber.
There you go. So I pick Alvarez.
Guess what? I'm selling tickets. I'll take Schwarb. You can have Alvarez.
You're going to sell tickets because people
I'll be
want to
honest
see
with
it.
you. I don't think anybody goes to a ball game to see Yordan Alvarez hit, but a lot of people go to a game to watch Schwarber. I just think Schwarber's a draw. He's much more fun for me to watch.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. If you're just going to look at numbers, fine. But I'm going to look at intangibles. And the fact is the Phillies have won 16-20 and the Astros are in last place. So give me Schwarb.
That is true. The Astros are bad this year.
They've been bad.
Number 3.
Did you see the newest Netflix fight that they had over the weekend?
I did. Who didn't? It was only tested 11 seconds.
Well,
if you missed it, you blinked or something. But yeah,
it was Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey. And so Gina Carano hadn't fought in 17 years, but as Chris said, she tapped out in 11 seconds.
She remembered how to tap out. I'm
sorry, 17 seconds. So you shorted her by 6 seconds.
Yeah, but she knew how to tap out. She didn't forget that.
Well, here's what she said, quote, today. My heart is heavy. I wanted to throw battle win, but I kicked when I should have moved and was down and done. If I hadn't tapped, she would have broken my arm as it had begun to crackle. It's what her quote was. All right, so here's the question. Netflix fights do get a lot of talk and publicity, but the fights themselves aren't great. You have Jake Paul against Mike Tyson. You got fights like that. So what is the better path forward for Netflix when it comes to the fight game? These novelty fights or actual fights?
Probably continuing the novelty fights, but if they're going to be novelty, and they kind of are, just talk to these people. Say, look, give me a show at least for 2-3 rounds and go do what you got to do. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but
no, they're paying for the entertainment.
You know, Ronda Rousey, and I mean, I'll be honest with you. Rousey made $2 million from what I'm told. Carano made $1 million. For $1 million, it wouldn't take much to convince me to tap out in 17 seconds. That's pretty light work.
I mean, arm bars are tough.
I didn't say it's not. I'm saying to allow yourself to get in a position where they can put you in the arm bar. These guys know enough of what they're doing. So I almost don't think it's on, I don't believe it's on the up and up, a lot of it. And that's my problem with, some of the fight game anyway. $1 million to tap out in 17 seconds.
I'll break
my arm. That just seems
for
too
$1 million.
easy. I won't, but it just seems too easy. Gina Carano had no business being in there.
No,
she didn't.
No.
And and the other thing that, didn't help her cause, with all due respect to Gina, but the minute that she tapped out and then she got up, she ran over with the biggest smile and grin on her face ever and hugged Ronda Rousey.
Well, she just made $1 million.
Yeah, she looked like she did. She's like, hey, I'm good. I just made my $1 million. So maybe Netflix keeps doing what they're doing, but you, the consumer, start being smarter. But we already have Netflix, right? So we don't have to pay extra for that.
We don't, but
Yeah.
I think their
I
better
don't
path
know.
forward definitely is novelty fights, because not only are they talked about, but people watch them to see what happens.
Oh, the
in
novelty fight is the way to go, because you can give me 2 heavyweight UFC people with, both 29-0, and you're going to be hard pressed to find more than, 3 people in the stadium at Petco tonight who know who they are.
Yeah.
We've all heard of Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, though, or most of us have. We're going to watch. See
and
what
Mike
happens.
Tyson and Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that one, but yeah, I think their best bet is to.
Boy,
go
did I
forward
feel like
with
a
novelty.
dummy that I did watch Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I made my wife watch it, too. She's still mad at me.
Someone said Netflix fights equal fixed.
Well,
I don't think they're like official.
It's hard to say it's
fights,
fixed,
but you
but-
can make bets on them, I believe.
Yeah, I'd be careful with my money on that stuff.
Me
'cause
too. It's like betting on WWE.
UFC is not WWE, and I don't want to say it is, because one of those UFC fighters will say, "You want to get in the ring with me? Well, I'll show you." And I know you'll kill me, but it doesn't look good for your sport.
No.
When the highest profile match, even if it is these two, ends up like that, it doesn't look good for your whole sport. I'm looking out for your sport. I want your sport to do better. Matches like that don't help.
They do not. Moving on, Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba had a great season last year. Ended up helping Chris win a fantasy championship. Wait.
All right, I won't give it away.
He was the NFL Offensive Player of the Year, but he feels very disrespected, and I don't blame him. When his Offensive Player of the Year trophy arrived from the NFL Honors, Smith and Jigba revealed that it had Defensive Player of the Year engraved on this trophy. And in fact, there was no space in between the and year in the trophy. So it's a really bad looking trophy. The NFL is actually in charge of making these things. But here's my question. I'm up first. Would you keep the trophy or send it back? Personally, I like things like this. I would keep it. I would keep it, but I would ask for another one, because I would ask for one that's actually real, and then I would have the novelty one, because there's only one of those in the entire world.
Well, there's only one of the right one in the entire world, too.
I guess you're right, but this is a mistake.
How many did they send out with his name and saying Offensive Player of the Year?
On Pawn Stars, they always say the best thing to pawn is something that's a mistake, because
I know what you mean.
Because there's not many mistakes out there. So anyway, I would keep it and ask for a new one. What would you do, Chris?
I read this story, and I got a laugh out of it. I'm surprised Jackson Smith and Jigba didn't get a laugh out of it.
He was a little too serious about it.
Well, he seemed pretty upset about it, but apparently it went back to the fact that at the NFL Honors, the award he was given that night, the comedian who was introducing him mispronounced his name all night long. And Smith and Jigba said, "You know what? I'm kind of a player that's done some things. Maybe some people ought to know how to pronounce my name, especially at the NFL Honors." So I think he was a little bit,
Stop taking yourself so seriously.
I don't know. I'm going to stick up for him. I don't know that he's taking himself too seriously. He's just saying, come on. My name's Jackson Smith and Jigba. You can get that right. It's not that hard. And I think that combined with the fact that you're Offensive Player of the Year and somebody didn't even think enough to look over the trophy twice and see the mistake.
2 massive mistakes.
Right. So I kind of get him, but I wouldn't have reacted as vehemently as he did. But I see why he's a little
You know what
flummoxed.
happened? I know I'm not as famous as him or as good at football as him, but when SI called me Mar Skraby instead of Matt Skraby, you know what I did? I ran with it.
When was that?
This was like a year ago. SI quoted me in something, and it said Mar Skraby, and people still call me Mar, and I go with it. It's fine. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's also not an NFL Honors Trophy that I'm getting. I'm getting a Sports
I think the
Illustrated
combination of
article.
the two things bothered him, and I think he was just trying to point
He said
that out.
he didn't even want one anymore.
Yeah, that seems a little much. Just send it back, and the guy apologized and get another one. Come on, JSN. You know what? I'll send you my fantasy trophy.
There you
How's
go.
that? You help me win that. I'll give you mine. Oh, wait a minute. We don't
We'll
get a
preview the
trophy.
game tonight?
We
We're
don't get a
Standing
trophy.
sports like a local. Padres.
Pajes reaches for it, grounds it to third base. Machado's got it. He's just going to tag Call out, and the ball game is over. What a night at Petco. Michael King, 7 shutout innings. Adam and Miller close the door, and the Andujar homer. Second batter in the bottom of the first holds up as the Padres shut out the Dodgers 1-0.
Sorry. There you go.
And the last time that happened, according to Jesse Agler himself, that the Padres scored in the first inning and won 1-0. Some guy by the name of Tony Gwynn, not Junior, but Tony Gwynn, hit the home run in a Padre victory over the Montreal Expos 1-0 way back in 1997. So we hadn't seen a game like that in a while, Skrabe.
I didn't expect it.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
It was also the first time the Padres had beaten the Dodgers by a 1-0 score since 2008, which is 18 years ago. I would not expect the same tonight. Don't have quite the same quality of pitchers, but a couple of guys that are more than capable, as Emmett Sheehan, the young right-hander for the Dodgers, and Griffin Canning looking to bounce back for the Friars. And game 2 of the series, Fernando will lead things off, and he's at second base tonight. Again, Castellanos is back in there in right field. Ty France gets a ball game tonight, and with that, Gavin Sheets moves to left field, and Ramon Laureano gets a spot on the bench. This evening, Freddie Fermin will be catching. He has been in a huge slump. I don't know how much lower his average can go.
It can go lower.
Of course. You can go for 4. Guess what? It goes lower. Dodger side, Shohei Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Tucker, Smith, Muncy, Pajes, Hernandez, Kim. That's the exact same lineup they had that produced not a single run last night. All right, we're into the happy hour, and we're glad you're with us here on 97.3 The Fan. Happy hour brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now and say radio. Get yourself a free month of service. We are at the Bill House Studios, where we know how. Are we going to hear from Mr. Stammen or not yet?
Not yet. He did his scrum, but I have not seen any.
We haven't heard what he
passed
said
along yet.
All right. What we're going to do then, while we wait on what Craig may have said, is I'm going to give you that story that happened to me on the golf today. And I know you're out there going, oh, you're going to hear a golf story and about you hit a great shot and this happened and that. No, I'm not going to tell you any stories about how I hit a great shot today because I didn't hit any great shots. And by the way, I was thinking of this as I was driving back after golf today, Skraby, that when's the last time you heard somebody tell you after their round that they were just horrible and didn't hit a single good shot the whole day?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
All right, fair enough. Because I think most people kind of tend to give it the old, how'd you do today? Yeah, you said the birdie I got on the 12th was incredible.
No.
But how'd the other, 17 holes go? You don't hear a lot of that sometimes.
I'm more of a when someone asks me, I go, I could have played better.
If I couldn't play better than this, then I really should give up the game. But that's not what I want to tell everybody about. So I'm on, I don't know what hole it was, the 10th or the 11th. And by this time, that's how bad I was playing, Scrape. I was already kind of down in the dumps. And of course, you can't do that, but it's human nature. You haven't, been hitting the ball well or like you're capable or you think you're capable of. And as it was all day long, I had maybe a sand wedge into the green. And I say sand wedge because I use that as my pitching wedge.
Where did you play?
Balboa, which is a tough course.
Balboa 18?
Balboa 18.
Oh, yes, it is.
It is a tough course, so I'm going to give myself that. Give myself
long
that.
And narrow. It's not an easy golf course.
Not easy, but this was an easy shot and one that I had, certain times throughout the day. Something from like 70 yards in where I just kind of get I use a sand wedge for my short game, just feel more comfortable with it normally. But today I didn't, and I, of course, didn't get under the ball. Hit a line drive that bounced on the green, bounced behind the green, kept on bouncing, and ended up in a sand trap that was I'm not kidding you, Skraby, was adjacent to the other hole.
I can totally imagine this.
Okay.
So why did you not use your sand wedge?
No, I did use I used my sand wedge, but this shot,
you sculled it.
I sculled it. I hit it too hard.
Sculling it means that you hit it way.
I didn't get under the ball, right? Yeah. And I just hit a line drive and it went right through and it bounced into the sand trap behind the green. All right, so I'm like, well, that's typical, right? I'd be like, oh God, instead of putting probably for par, which I felt I would be, I was now chipping from the sand just to try to get back on the green. So I walk back to find my ball, but I know it's in the sand, but I'm taking my time and I'm just kind of, and
I can totally imagine this too.
Here's what happens. I turn around because there's a ball in the sand trap next to the green. And I thought maybe I saw it wrong and maybe that's my ball.
Okay.
So I started to walk a little to that one and asked one of our playing partners, John, I said, is that yours? He goes, yeah, that's me. I go, okay. So then I'm like, oh, well, I was right. It's in this one way back here. So I start walking back to it. And as I'm coming up to the ball, a guy on the green on that hole walks over casually, says, hey, your ball's right here, picks it up out of the sand and flips it to me. And I'm like, thank you. Like, wait a minute. What are you doing? That's my shot.
I did not
flip me the ball.
I did not expect for you to go in that direction.
I didn't
thought
either.
he was just going to come up and hit your ball.
Okay.
That's where I thought you were going.
No, he just picked it up and threw it to me. Well, I didn't ask for it. Number one. Number two, that was my next shot was that shot.
Yeah.
And then he walked off like it was.
Did he have a ball in the bunker or anything?
I think he really thought he was doing me a favor by finding my ball and throwing it to me. I'm like, wait,
Okay,
whoa.
how many yards would the shot be back to your green?
Oh, I don't know. 15, 20 yards. It wasn't like a fairway thing.
Okay, so I'm thinking, I was thinking maybe it was like a 60-yard shot.
No, it was an adjacent hole.
I got to be honest, I've never had this happen to me.
Me neither. This had never happened before.
I've had people pick up my ball thinking it was their ball.
Everyone's had that where somebody picks up the ball. Oh, yeah, it's my ball, and they put it back or whatever.
I've also had people hit my ball and pretend like it's their ball,
right? And that's annoying.
I've also had people hit my ball and then be like, "Whoops, I hit your ball.
I got it." But I've never
heard of a guy just flipping the ball to you when you're still playing.
He knew it was my ball because he threw it to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It happened so fast that I didn't even react to it. I caught it and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Did you put it down? Now, me, I would have been like, I still got a hit from the bunker, so I would have thrown it back in the bunker.
Let me tell you something, Skraby. I was such a bad day. I put the damn thing down and I chipped it up on the green.
I get it.
It just was strange. I wasn't really mad because I was so mad at myself already for playing bad. But this is something that let's just say I was in the middle of a great round.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And I was having like a 3-under thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm on the 12th hole, but I hit a bad shot. I need to get out of this. Then I would have been like, what are you doing? You can't do that.
Well, I think in that case, you just put it back in the bunker and you just go on with your day. But Rico is saying that this is very annoying and it's a WTF moment. I honestly never thought you were going to say that. Like, just nonchalantly threw you the ball.
He reached down.
Did anybody else comment on this in your group?
At first, he was kind of pointing at it, like, to make sure I knew it was my, and I'm going,
thanks. I'm going to go hit it now.
And then he reached down, picked it up, and threw it to me.
I guess maybe he misunderstood. And he thought you wanted the ball.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. This is insane. What did you say to the guy?
I didn't say a word.
I
did not say a word. I told everybody in my group, and they were like, like you're saying. They're like, wow, that's weird.
I have never just picked up someone's ball. Like, if I even see a random ball, I walk around, I just leave it there because it's got to be someone's.
Do you know that even though these are my guys that I play with, and you're my guy when I play with you, and you would never do it?
No.
But my guys, every now and again, my guys will pick up the ball to look at it and then place it back down and go, not mine. That's yours, Chris. You know what I mean? Like, because they don't know it. Like,
I do know what you mean, but that's also like, my ball is over there. How did you think it was here?
No. But both balls are pretty close, right? Okay. We chip up. You don't see exactly where it ended up.
Yeah.
He chips up. You don't see exactly where it ends up. You walk up on the green. But here's me. I look at the ball.
Yeah, I kind of like.
But I won't touch your ball.
Yeah, if I need to get closer to the ground, I'll do that.
Exactly. I'll go, oh, this is yours. But I will have these guys every now and again actually pick the ball up, look at it, and go, oh, that's not mine.
Let me tell everybody listening.
Don't pick up the ball.
Yeah, let me tell everybody listening. Never pick up the ball that's not yours. Never.
Right.
I mean, if you find it in a bush, fine. That's fine. Bush is fair game. But a ball in a bunker or a green or the rough and you got people around, do not pick up the ball.
Yeah,
just be like, hey, I see a ball over here. Maybe it's yours. That's it.
They pick it up and then they put it down. And even though it's probably the exact same shot, there's something that goes alter in my head now. Because now I'm hitting a ball that they picked up and put back down.
Oh, well, that doesn't bother me.
It bothers me.
I would just throw it back in the dirt or in the sand trap and just go on my merry way and be like, that guy was weird. That guy didn't know golf etiquette. Never touch someone's ball. Never.
I didn't get that.
And some people wouldn't react so calmly. They would be angry and they would say something. And so I'm surprised this golfers never run into something like that.
It'd be a dust up.
There would be a dust up. There would be a dust up. I would make some comment under my breath that's like, I mean, why did you pick up? Or like, I'm glad you picked up my ball, but I still have to hit it from the bunker. Like something like that, and then I would throw it in there and I would hit it.
I think this is an exact, and this is the explanation. You ask how bad I played today. That's how bad I played that I didn't even react to this guy doing that.
That's crazy. Rod said some dude freaked out at a work golf tournament because another dude, quote, crossed the path of the ball.
Absolutely.
I won't freak out, but it does bother me.
Bad manners, man.
You never walk in front of a ball, or you never walk between the ball and the hole.
No, you got to walk all the way around
on the green.
Or you have to ask, hey, is it okay? And then you step over, but only if you really ask. But normally you don't even do that. Walk all the way around.
Yeah, that's a big one right there.
It is.
And say if you get mad about
there
that,
are people that'll go to Fifth City with you on that one because they feel like you're flattening down the green where they're putting,
or you're putting you're poking holes in the green. Spike mark. There was a guy one time where he so many times during the round said that like I stepped in his line or my shadow was in his way and that's why he missed the putt, so he needed another putt. I'm not even playing against you. Whatever.
Some people look, whatever people want to put on their scorecard is between them and the scorecard. That's all I can say about that.
And the golf gods.
Because I play a lot of holes. You do too. It's good enough to be a birdie. You hit all good shots, but you just didn't get a birdie. And you ended up getting a bogey. You have to take the bogey.
You have to take
even
the bogey.
though it sucks.
Yes, you do.
We're Gwynn and Chris coming up when we return after traffic.
Hopefully.
Well, we hope we'll hear from Craig Stammen, but even if we do or don't, I got a rundown. You're not going to maybe like this out there. Ranking the 10 most disappointing players in baseball so far this year.
How many of the Padres are on this list?
I haven't looked at the list yet. So I'm going to reveal it to myself as I reveal it to everybody else.
Okay.
But I have a feeling Fernando's almost got to be on here somewhere, doesn't he?
It has to be.
We'll find out when Gwynn and Chris resumes after traffic.
It's
these things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not used to complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not used to complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not used to complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
these things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play.
Knick fans are like sweating it though, because second year in a row that the Knicks are, have the home court for the Eastern Finals. Last year, Indiana came in there and waxed them. This year, they're favored over Cleveland. And Knick fans, the Knicks haven't won the NBA title since way before you were born, Skraby, 1973. So
wow.
Yeah, you're looking at 53 years for the Knicks.
That's a long time.
You know who also won their last championship in 1973?
The Dolphins?
Correct. That is the same, yeah. So the Knicks are playing game one. Cleveland's got the early 10-4 lead. Anything pressing from Craig Stammen, or you want to go into this list?
I think we're going to have to leave that to Sammy, because we do not have it just yet.
Sammy will give you everything you need to know, any pregame stats and stories and news and notes. All right, so here we go. Do we got a little baseball music? Always try to doll these things up a little bit.
Yes, let me go steal Frank's music, because he's got better baseball music.
He's got a better bed.
Everybody uses my lineup sounder. Where did see? This is the problem, is I can't find it because it's not on my.
All right, let's just
go ahead and music. I'll find it.
Here's the 10th most disappointing player in baseball, and this is according to Fangraphs or whoever these people are. I don't know. 10th most disappointing player in baseball to this point, Tatsuya Imai. Remember this guy?
Yes, I do.
I picked him as the newcomer of the year in the American League West. That ruined his career, or maybe the whole season. He's hurt.
He's the guy who had arm fatigue or something, and he said that he was having trouble adjusting to American lifestyle.
3 years, $54 million.
Yeah,
Did these teams at least interview the guy?
I would hope so.
God, 9.64 ERA. He's only pitched 12 innings. It's been a complete disaster for the Astros. One of the reasons why they're the worst team in baseball, or one of. Number 9 is a hell of a good player. And you know how I ruined this guy, Skraby? I picked him in the very first pick-to-click hitting contest.
Oh.
Stephen Kwan of the Cleveland Guardians is having an awful year.
Really?
He's hitting 201.
He's a contact guy.
201 with one home run. He's got a 576 OPS. That pales comparison to some of the Padres struggling guys. And here's the thing with Kwan. He's like a batting champion type guy. Not right now.
Yeah.
All right, number 9, Stephen Kwan. Number 8, be happy to have this guy on any list of people that aren't doing well. Jazz Chisholm Jr. I believe Jazz told everybody before the year that he was going 50-50. That was his big mistake. Yeah, he's got 12 steals, so he might get there on that side.
How many homers?
He's got 4, and he's got about a 670 OPS, hitting 230. And I'll be honest with you, his numbers have actually gone up the last week or so. He was even struggling worse before that.
I want Jazz Chisholm to be good.
You like
him? I think he would
huh?
be good for the game. He's a different guy. You don't see guys like him. I
see where you're going with that.
He's a guy who has flair. How about that?
He does have some flair. My first response to Jazz is, get off my lawn, because he's kind of new age. But you know what? I'm going to go with you on this. A little flair, nothing wrong with it. Number 7 on the all disappointment team. Again, this is according to Fangraphs or whoever I've got here. Trevor Story, Boston. Not a good start for Trevor, the former Rocky slugger. Story's hitting 206 for Boston. He's got 3 home runs, only 19 RBIs. His 47 WRC. What's that, Skraby?
Weighted runs created.
Third worst in all of baseball.
I'm going to give him a pass.
He's a former All-Star though, and he's not getting anywhere near that.
I'm going to
giving him a pass
because his team blew up earlier this year.
Okay. Trevor Story.
I mean, he's still got to perform.
Well, Trevor Story was quite critical when they fired Alex Cora, which I don't begrudge him, but there were a lot of people who said, "Hey, Trevor, how about getting a hit before you criticize anything?" So he wasn't dealing from a position of strength when he did that.
No.
Number 6, This is a rarity, Skraby. When I have a guy on my fantasy team that's a star player and I just let them go, and then it turns out to be a good move. That hardly ever happens. But in this case, Trey Turner of the Phillies is a shell of what he once was. He's hitting .236. He's got only 4 home runs, 7 stolen bases. He's not the same defensively either. 75 is his WRC. What is it again?
WRC, weighted runs created.
Weighted runs created. He's down there in the Jacob Young, Marcus Semien rank. He's not doing well.
Yeah, you don't want to be down there with those guys.
$27 million a year for Trey Turner. He's kind of finally faded, or is it just an off, couple of months? We'll see. Number 5, Yuri Perez of the Marlins. So far, the Padres have stayed off this list. Again, I didn't look at the list ahead of time, so it's kind of all, as we go. Yuri Perez, 98 miles an hour on the fastball. He was supposed to kind of be the guy to take over for the Marlins. Remember, Alcantara's kind of slid back just a tad. Perez was their big guy. 5.33 is his ERA. Not good. It's the 4th worst among starters in all of baseball.
Oh, gosh. He's on my fantasy team, and I've been starting him.
You didn't know he was doing that bad,
he gets strikeouts, but, yeah, the ERA is not great.
It hasn't been good. The worst ERA is Michael Lorenzen of the Rockies. I could have told him that when they paid whatever money they paid for him.
Let's see how much he's making.
$9 million maybe, and everybody said, it's a good signing. I'm like, no, it isn't. He's terrible. Why do you – it's never a good signing when you bring in a bad player.
7.75.
Okay, I don't care what you're paying them. Number 4.
I guess you should care because you could have paid him $20 million.
Okay, I'll give him that. All right, number 4, Rob Manfred's favorite player. Skraby, announce him, the most Corey Seager.
People have asked about what is with the Rob Manfred drunk thing in your guys' open.
Oh yeah, people just don't remember it.
It happened when Rob Manfred was giving the MVP trophy to Corey Seager after the 2020 World Series. Chris says Rob Manfred wasn't.
It was happening.
Rob Manfred wasn't drunk, but he sounds drunk.
Okay, it sounds drunk. Here's why. Remember, the stadium was empty because it was the pandemic.
Year, yes.
So Rob Manfred was down on the field with this microphone in this huge ballpark, and his voice was reverberating, and he couldn't talk right.
Corey.
So he ended up sounding like he was, 3 sheets to the wind. Yeah. And Corey Seager, the MV, anyway. Seager's hitting 179. He's been in an over 27 slump, and for that, they just put him on the IL. It's hard to believe Corey Seager's only the 4th most disappointing. This is by the way, 2-time World Series MVP.
Yeah.
That's how bad he's doing.
He's paid very highly.
Now, finally, the bill has come due. Scrape.
Oh,
number 3, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Oh, number 3,
San Diego Padres. He does rank in the 99th percentile in the hard hit. We get that. 87th percent average velocity. But the results, as it said, and I didn't say this, I'm reading this, yet the results are laughably bad.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of that. You know what? That's rude.
He slashed 232, 307, 274, which means he's got a 581 OPS with 0 home runs.
You know what Nick Castellanos has to say about this?
That's rude.
He's homerless. He's homerless on 197 plate appearances this year. And 214 going back to last year. Come on, Fernando.
Like, I was talking to someone who's not a big baseball fan, and they were even saying, is it really that big of a deal that Fernando Tatis Jr. hasn't hit a home run? And I'm like,
I was sitting
yeah.
I was sitting with Mike Winters, who's, pretty legit baseball guy, former umpire.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting at the game last week, and Fernando came up, and Mike Winters said, that's a misprint, right? I said, what? He goes, he didn't have 0 home runs.
You're like, yes, he does.
Bo Bichette is number 2. Now, Bo is starting just a tiny bit pick it up. He actually homered tonight, if that makes you feel any better, Bo Bichette fans. But
there's thousands of those out there.
The AL hit leader twice, one of the worst hitters in baseball this year at 210. It's been a struggle. And unfortunately, see, now one thing Fernando's got that Bo Bichette doesn't have, Fernando has pretty much the support of everybody in this town.
He does.
Nobody is ripping the guy like a columnist or somebody,
Oh, there's plenty of people that are want that.
But you know what I mean?
I do.
Right? If he were in New York, there'd be a headline in the Daily News somewhere.
Yes.
Like Fernando Tatis is washed. Somebody would write that by now.
Every day he would be asked about how he feels that he didn't hit a home run.
Yeah, he doesn't have to deal with that. Guess who does? Bo Bichette in New York.
Oh, he chose that. That was a free agent choice.
All right, who's left? Who's the most disappointing? Again, I'm not looked at this yet, so I'm revealing it to myself as we go.
The most disappointing.
Who's more disappointing than Bo Bichette and Fernando Tatis Jr.?
Ah, man. Is it do you know yet?
No. It's not coming to mind.
Is it a pitcher or
I
a
don't
hitter?
know. I don't know. It could be anybody. I haven't looked yet.
What about...
You want to think of somebody? Who's more disappointing than those guys?
Maybe Bobby Witt Jr. because his team... No, he's playing pretty well.
Oh. This isn't bad. It's not bad.
Hitter or pitcher?
It's a hitter. He's on the injured list right now.
I don't know. Tell me.
I have 2 words for you.
What?
Big. Dumper.
Yes, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
That's a pretty good one. Cal Raleigh was not going to hit 60 home runs this year. Everybody knew that.
Yeah.
But 161 average and a 560 OPS for Cal Raleigh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does have 7 home runs, but that's all he has. And a 31.5% strikeout rate. So it's been a real rough go
struggle
for the big dumper, who last year had the best nickname in baseball history, and this year is just in the dumps.
It's turning into something else.
It's not a name he wants now.
Yes.
All right. Well, Fernando finished 3rd.
I'm surprised Manny's not on the list, to be honest.
Yeah, 186 is certainly...
I thought there was going to be 2 Padres on this list.
Yeah, man, he could have been in there.
All right. 186. I looked this up
Is it
earlier.
even 186? I just saying that. I don't even know if it's that good.
No, I looked this up earlier. It's 180, by the way.
180, yeah.
Through 45 games in Manny's career, this is the worst batting average he's ever had in his career. Also, the lowest OPS he's had in his career.
It's got to be.
The lowest on base percent. Everything. This is the worst start to his career.
There's only one thing that's not worse about it.
They're winning?
He's in first place in the National League West.
I get it, Chris.
And that's keeping him going.
Yeah.
All right, we got a minute left. I saw the updated... Oh, you don't have a minute left, I guess.
Well, we have a minute
real quick,
right
I saw the updated odds to win the World Series today came out.
Oh.
I didn't mind the Padres being ranked like 11th favorite. It seemed a little low. Here's what I minded. The Texas Rangers, Seattle Mariners, and Detroit Tigers, all 3 of whom are under 500. The Tigers are 8 games under 500. All 3 of those teams had better odds to win the World Series than do the Padres right now.
I don't get odds
how about
sometimes.
a little respect here, huh?
Yeah.
I never get any respect. That was a bad Rodney Dangerfield, but that's the best I got at this late hour. Sam Levitt is coming up next with the pre-game show. Skraby was on point today, although he lost another Fantabulous Sports game show. We'll see you tomorrow, too. Let's get win number 2 tonight.